And good afternoon, everybody. Hello and welcome. My name's Paul Grogan, and today we're going to be doing something that we've been planning for a very, very long time. In fact, yeah, it's probably about 4 or 5 weeks I've been planning this, and I'm very excited about it. And yeah, we're going to be playing through Pathfinder Adventure Card Game. This is an official digital adaptation on Tabletop Simulator. I say official, it's been done by the people over at Paizo, so that people can, in this obviously difficult time of lockdown and everything else, still continue to play the game. Now, although the mod is available for free on Tabletop Simulator, Paizo have said one of the people that you are playing with should own a copy of the game. So it's basically, I've got a copy of the game, 3 friends are coming around my house today and we're going to play it. Yeah, please don't just go on and start playing the game without somebody you know having actually bought the physical game itself. So the 3 friends that I've got coming around my house, or my virtual house today, let's introduce them one at a time. So first of all, from the left in the green seat is Jonathan. Say hello, Jonathan.
Hello.
Now, introduce yourself a little bit to everybody.
I am Jonathan, aka the Hexy Beast. I've just started a new channel, so this is my first collaboration, so I'm hoping it goes well.
Yep, thank you very much, Jonathan. And moving along, we have in the brown seat, we can't quite read the writing here, but it is Pep McDonald.
I'm Pep.
How you doing?
I do like YouTube and Twitter and stuff under Board Pep. I like to play board games.
And this is our first collaboration together.
It is, yeah. I'm pretty excited. It is a little early here. Well, I mean, I guess it's 10 a.m. It's not early for normal people, but I like to sleep in.
Right, okay. Yeah, now, I mean, I've been wanting to collaborate with you for quite some time. And then I've been planning to do some coverage of this game. And it was, what, about a month ago that I saw you tweet out about this game. And I went, oh, quick.
Yeah. Jump on that while the grill's hot. What's that saying?
Yeah, the bear's hot. I don't know. I've only had 3 hours sleep. I don't know what's going on. So, yeah. So you've played the first edition of this game, haven't you? But you haven't played the second edition. Is that right?
Right, yeah, I've played a ton of the original one, like Rise of the Rune Lords and Skull and Shackles and all that. But yeah, I haven't played this new one at all, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, we are going to go through the major changes at the start because I think quite a lot of people watching might be used to either the first edition of the game or the digital adaptation. And when I say digital adaptation, I mean the app rather than this mod. So we're going to briefly cover the changes from first edition to second edition. And last but not least, in the white seat is Mike from Ready Steady Play.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Good. Now you've taken some time off work this afternoon.
That's right. I've taken some time off work because I thought it wouldn't be a good look if they caught me live streaming when I was supposed to be working.
Yes, here we are planning the London transport system whilst also playing Pathfinder Card Game. Yeah.
I can multitask.
You can. No, thank you very much for giving it your time on this. Now, Mike, you've not played the first edition or the second edition, is that right?
I have played none of this at all.
There we go. Right. Okay. So we have a mixture here. Now, what you're going to see here, for those people who are watching, is the game came out at Gen Con last year, and it contained the core set, which had the Adventure Path of the Dragon's Demand, which is what we're going to be playing through here. But there was also an expansion set that came out at the same time called Curse of the Crimson Throne. We're not going to be playing through the Adventure Path that is the Curse of the Crimson Throne, but we are going to be using all of the cards from Curse of the Crimson Throne. So this is all set up ready for us. All of the cards are all mixed together. So you're going to see cards from the expansion in here. And we're also, I think one of the characters or 2 of the characters, no, just one of the characters. I think, Mike, you've taken a character which is from Curse of the Crimson Throne, which is Quinn.
That's cool.
Yes.
I did that deliberately.
There you go. Right. Okay. Now, unfortunately, what I've done is I've actually left my box downstairs with all of the stuff in, which is a little embarrassing because I was going to read the scenario introduction. Has somebody got the scenario book with them?
Oh, I think I've only just got the core set rule book.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So bear with us a minute. I will let you talk to the audience while I pop downstairs and very quickly get the adventure book.
Well, that should be fun.
Oh, I have this great idea. Pep, you said you knew how to play this game, right?
Oh no.
Hey, Pat.
Do we get a level 1 card in our starting deck or something?
Well, from what I
Right?
understand, that's not part of the rules per se. That's more that we're skipping like the intro bit, and at the end of the intro bit, we should have got something level 1. So I think that's kind of what we're emulating here.
Okay, and that could be any of the cards we're legally allowed to include in our deck can be a level 1 instead of a level 0.
Right? Yeah, but you just have to make sure to get rid of one of the other ones.
Okay, so what you're saying is I should definitely have already done that.
Yes.
Oh, heck yes.
Really? Well, then I definitely have. Everyone ignore what I'm doing.
What was he doing?
Oh, he's just forgotten to put his level 1 card in. Nothing big. Nothing.
Oh, that's
serious.
fine. I haven't done mine either because I haven't had a chance to do it. So I'm playing without a level 1 card.
Ooh.
So
You can get one. You got to take one.
Well, if I've got time while Mike's building his deck, have I got time?
Yeah, you got time.
Yeah, you
Mike,
definitely have time.
You've not actually done your deck yet. So here is the Dragons of Demand Adventures pack, and are we still going out? Just checking my laptop to see if it's
According to my
yeah,
mobile,
it's going out. So this is the Dragons of Demand booklet, and this is not included in the mod because, as I say, it is expected that somebody does actually own a copy of the game. So I do. So here is this, and the adventure path. The Dragon's Demand is a series of 3 adventures, 1, 2 and 3. Each adventure contains 3 scenarios, but there is a prelude scenario called Rumble Road. We're going to skip that today because it's not actually that good a scenario, I don't think. It's good when you're learning the game, but the story kind of doesn't make sense. But what we're going to do is, because we're starting with scenario 1A, which is plans gone wrong, we're going to have the reward from Rumble Road. So we're going to pretend that we played it. Eddie is saying Linny should have access to her Drugami ally, and that doesn't count as level 1. Yes, I've done that. The actual mod itself, and I spoke to the person who created the mod last night, and yeah, it's not quite... There is a bug in the Linny deck, but I have fixed that. So what card should I take for Linny while Mike is building his deck? Let's have a look. Do I take a weapon? Do I take a spell?
Cool animal you can take. Like,
Well,
there's got to be a cool level 1 animal.
Yeah, I probably will. That's probably the best thing for me to do. So,
Well, I've
allies.
chosen to literally add insult to injury. So
I think I was going to take a crow. Yeah, let's take a crow. Okay, so also what we're doing, for those people who know the game, I'm actually copying these cards. So we're going to pretend that we've each got a copy of the game, and the cards which I've got in my deck are from a separate set. So I'm adding a crow in, which means I need to take out... What we're going to take out? We want the dog. We definitely need the cat. Porcupines are cool. We'll take out the frog. Yeah, we're going to take out the frog. So I can just delete that. Okay, right. Mike, how are you getting on with your deck?
I think I've done it correctly, Paul.
Okay, but you didn't let me copy it, did you?
Ooh,
That's fine. I'll copy it now. And then I'm going to put these cards back in to the appropriate spaces.
I'm really glad Mike is here.
The best thing about Mike is he's really good at following instructions. So...
That's one thing he's got better than me then.
Right.
Well, you know...
Weapons.
Plus, Mike has the cooler accent, so...
I have the confusing accent.
Well, it definitely confused me, didn't it? Where did I think you were from? Holland? When I first met you?
Really?
Something like... Everybody says, you know, that's my most commented YouTube comment. Where is that accent from?
Yeah.
Sounds Canadian, but I don't want to offend you.
Okay.
It is
right.
originally Canadian.
So, let's get rid of... whereabouts in Canada?
Canada.
Canada. Originally from Ottawa.
Right, okay. Is that anywhere near you, Pep? Because you're on the east side, aren't you?
I'm in Prince Edward Island. In theory, I'm originally from Barrie, Ontario, so reasonably close to Ottawa.
Okay.
I'm near Barrie in Wales.
Oh,
Interesting.
And I'm near Barry as well because he lives at number 17. So
Ah, good.
yeah, the jokes are going to be terrible today. That's what happens.
I think
okay.
so.
We've
I
all got
don't
our
have a sense of
characters.
humour, so,
We are all set up, ready to play. So I am now going to read through the scenario introduction. basically we were on I'm going to summarize what happened in Rumble Road. We were traveling towards the city of Belheim, I think that's what we were doing. Yeah, we were traveling towards this city, and we were hired by this guy called Silas Gribb to guard his caravan as it was traveling along. It got attacked by wolves. We helped defend the caravan, but then he basically turned on us, blamed us for the cause of the attack, and tried to get some insurance money out of it, and it was all a bit of a scam. Something like that.
Typical.
I know. You know what these people are like. So we have now arrived, and here we go. On the plus side, it's Caravan Master Silas Gribb, and not you, who is imprisoned in the Belheim garrison this evening. You were guarding a routine run from Western Taldor through the Verdoran forest, and as you sighted the town of Belheim, an explosion levelled a prominent spire called the Witch Tower, panicking your horses and allowing direwolves to attack your disrupted caravan. Master Gribb aimed to convince the Belheim Town Council that you brought upon his misfortunes, freeing him of the obligation to pay for your services. At first, the plainly overmatched Deputy Hod believed the bellicose caravaneer and tossed you in a cell. At the last hour, the local Baroness, Lady Origena Devi, made a skillful dismantling of Gribb's arguments. It became clear that Gribb never intended to pay you at all, looking only for an excuse to sabotage his own convoy for the benefit of his smuggling activities. The lady quickly saw to the caravan master's imprisonment. I want to apologise on behalf of Belheim for all you have suffered today, she says, as you dine with her at the Wise Piper Inn. As you have seen, we have suffered as well. Our proud monument, the Witch Tower, lies in ruins. The town is awash with rumours that kobolds lie dead within, a shocking development given that they usually stay far from our well-defended homes. Worse still, we cannot reach our local eccentric, the wizard Balthus Hunclay. He lives in the hillside manor. He claimed the Witch Tower blocked the view from his observatory. On many a moon he requested permission to level it, permission that would never come his way. We fear he took matters into his own hands and now cannot find him. You seem a capable bunch. Would you investigate the ruins of the tower, document what involvement the kobolds had in its demolition? You should take care though, my fool of a husband died poking around that place some years back. I'd hate for you to follow in his path. Okay, so we need to set up the scenario. And that means with 4 players, we need the following locations. Would somebody mind going through the locations deck and taking these cards out as I read them out?
Okay. Oh, I just shuffled it, but never mind. There we go.
So we have the ruin, and you can use the search in the top right if you want to find it quicker. So we have the ruin, the tower, the oubliette.
Sorry?
Oubliette. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how it's spelt.
Got it.
The laboratory.
Oh, fast this is. Laboratory.
And the dungeons. So that's the 4-player setup. If you play with more players, you will have more locations. Okay, what we now need to do is we need to assign those locations basically onto the board. Doesn't really matter where we put them. Now, there are 3 ways that you can play this game. You can play with small locations, medium locations, or large locations. We're going to be playing with small locations today. It does make the game easier because there are basically fewer cards in each stack. But what we're also going to do is we're going to adjust the hourglass down to 20 cards instead of 30. And after various discussions with people, that seems to be about the right balance. So 12 cards plus 2 per player in the hourglass, if you are playing with small locations, seems to be about right. It will be a quicker game because of it. The downside with playing the quicker game is one failure has more of an impact than it would if you were playing a longer game. It's harder to recover from. Okay, so we've got the locations. Now, this mod is really good because we basically say 20 cards in the hourglass, we say small locations, we click the buttons, and it builds the cards for you. One of the downsides of the physical game is that it takes you 10 minutes to set up because you have to go through all of your decks and pull out certain cards and build each location separately. But the mod does it all for you. Right, now we also need to take out from the story banes, we need to take out the danger of collapse, which is here. So this is called the danger. I think this is something new for 2nd edition. It's a card which just sits there. It's called the Danger, and certain things will refer to that card during the game. We also need to dig out the Henchman. So we need the Cobalt Champion. I'm going to just put them here for now. We need the Diabolical Imp, which is this one. We need the Clockwork Guardian, which is this one. And because we have 5 locations, we need 2 elementals. So I'm going to take that one, and then I'm going to copy it for another one. Normally, if you're playing the physical game, you would actually use proxy cards for these, because there's only 1 of each card included in the game. But because we're playing this version, I can literally just copy the card. So these are the 5 henchmen. And in this particular scenario, these henchmen have got the closing attribute. And this is one of the mistakes I made when I was first playing the game, is some henchmen are identified by the rules of the game as being closing henchmen. And that is not actually printed on the card itself. So I know a number of people that have played this game incorrectly, including me, because the henchmen have come out and they've looked for the word closing and it's not printed on the card. It's because it's in the scenario book. It tells you in the scenario book whether the henchmen are closing or not. They are. What that means is whenever we defeat a henchman, we have the option to try and close the location. Okay, and the goal of this scenario, there are no villains in this scenario. The goal is that we need to close all of the locations, which usually means going through all of the cards in the stack and then closing it, or finding the henchman and then defeating the henchman. So we're going to give these a shuffle.
Are you saying our goal here is to implement a lockdown?
Yes.
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay, so we're going to put 1 henchman in each of the decks. Okay, and
This
then
is the bit I'm familiar with.
we're going to shuffle all of the decks. There you go. Right, so before we start, let's just have a look at the 5 different locations. So first of all, the dungeons. While we are at the dungeons, any combat checks, the difficulty is increased by 2. So this is one of the things that we're going to have to remember, is that each location has a special rule associated with it. I say we, it's because I always forget. To close the dungeon, you have to summon and defeat the danger. So you know I said things were going to refer to the danger? Well, there you go. So if we want to close the dungeons, we have to summon and defeat the danger. So let's have a quick look at the danger. It is collapse. And to defeat it, you either do a dexterity or wisdom check of 9, because we're adventure level 1, so the hash means 1, or an acrobatics or perception check of 7.
Okay.
So there we go. And when this location is closed, each local character may draw a card. Right, next location is the laboratory. When we are at the laboratory, if you fail a check to defeat a Bane is basically any bad card, we take 1 acid damage. To close or guard that location, we need to succeed at an intelligence or a craft 6 check. Now, Mike, you're playing Quinn. Quinn is good at intelligence checks, is that right?
Yes.
Mike's gone quiet.
Yes,
Yes.
I think that's my jam, intelligence. Let me just check.
There you go.
Where is he?
Yes. Intelligence.
Good at
D10.
intelligence and decent at wisdom, and then kind of good at everything else. I'm a bit of a sort of an all-rounder, really.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we probably want you trying to close the laboratory. And when we close the laboratory, we get to summon 3 spells and encounter 1 of them. Basically, we find something good. Right, the tower. Now, the tower is a key location for this scenario, because I've played this scenario a few times. At the start of your turn, if you are at the tower, you can examine the top card of a distant location. And that is going to give us a lot of information about what's in the other stacks. To close it, we need to succeed at a wisdom or perception check of 5. So I think a few of us are pretty good at that. And when we close it, we can examine the top card of a distant location. Right. The oubliette, damage that we suffer at that location is increased by 1. To close it, we need to succeed at a constitution or fortitude check. Now, who's good at constitution and fortitude checks?
Good, so I already actually threw my pawn there.
Oh, right, okay. Because
+1.
you're good at that then. And when closed, you can heal an ally. Now, healing in the 2nd edition of this game basically means to take a card from your discard pile and shuffle it back into your deck. So when you close the oubliette, you can take an ally from your discard pile, shuffle it into your deck. And finally, the ruin. When you are at this location, if a monster is undefeated, it actually brings into play a new monster, as well as that one going back into the stack. And again, to close or guard this location, we need to summon and defeat the danger. Forget the word guards. We don't need that. That's only relevant if there's a villain. And when we close it, we shuffle a new monster into another location. Right. So they are the locations. The other thing that's useful to note about the locations is the number table on the right hand side. That tells you exactly how many cards of each type are in that deck. So if we look at the Ruin, for example, there is 1 monster, 2 barriers, 1 weapon, 1 spell and 1 item. If we've got a character which is particularly good at overcoming barriers, then the Ruin is probably where we want them to go. And that's it. We are now, I believe, we are all set up. So it's time to choose our starting locations. Where do we... Pep, you've already chosen where you're starting.
Where to go?
Where to go. And whether to split up or keep together, that is the question.
I'm looking to see what has a lot of monsters because I got high strength. I might go to the dungeon straight away.
Okay.
I've gone to the laboratory because you said I might be good at that, but I don't know a whole lot about this game, but what I do know is when I built my deck, which is probably not great because I built it, I didn't put a lot of weapons and armor in there, so I'm probably not very good at fighting. I don't know if that's going to be a problem where I am.
You do have weapons and armor though, don't you? You've got...
I do. I have 2 weapons and 1 armor.
2 weapons and 1 armor, yeah. Okay, here's a question. Here's a rules question. Do I get to draw my starting hand before I choose a location? Let's have a look. He says, looking through the rulebook.
I think so.
Because it might change what I do. Build the locations, prepare the story banes. No. Choose starting locations and then draw starting hands. Okay. So I
do humbly request that somebody join me because I like friendship. I'm good at helping people. So
we're both strength, actually. I might do that.
But that means the 2 big fighters are together.
Perfect.
That's the best strategy.
Is it?
So I'm going to stay in dungeons, actually. I think.
Okay, I'll come with you, Pep. So I'll come to the oubliette with you. Right, we have.
Wait. So am I going it alone then, Jonathan? Are you and I lone wolves, or should we team up?
I'll help you at the lab.
There are definitely advantages and disadvantages. No,
are we sending a barbarian into a laboratory?
I'm going to start at the tower. I think it's really important somebody starts at the tower. I'm also going to make my base smaller because I'm only a little gnome. There you go. So I'm going to start at the tower. Right. Once we've chosen our starting locations, we now draw our starting hand. So make sure your deck is shuffled. And then draw cards equal to your starting hand size, which for me is 5. Now, do you all know
the split team everybody but Paul and team Paul?
Do you all know the shortcut in Tabletop Simulator for drawing cards into your hand?
I do. Press a number key.
Yeah.
No, I've played a ton of Pathfinder, but I've used Tabletop Simulator approximately once.
So move your mouse over your deck. Your starting hand size is 4, so just tap the number 4.
And wait.
And
don't
wait.
Press it twice.
Yeah, don't press it twice, because that will then draw 44 cards into your hand. There you go.
Awesome. Oh, so my favorite thing is specifically a sword, and I didn't draw a sword, so how does that work?
So what you do is you just take those cards and put them on the table, then draw another 4 cards, and go again.
Until I get it, okay.
And Pep and Mike, can you join the diamond team?
So we can see our cards.
Yeah, in Tabletop Simulator, on your name, if you click on it and then say change team.
Now Team Diamond. Are we going up to our hand size? So I get 6 cards. Is that right?
Your starting hand size is 6, so you should draw 6 cards. Yeah, so draw 1 more. Yeah. And do you have one of your favoured cards?
I do. I have several. My guy just likes stuff. His favorite thing is stuff.
My favourite card is Animal Ally, which I do have. So I think we are good to go.
I think we're good to go. Yeah, I got weapons.
I broke my deck.
You've broken your deck.
How do I get the cards back in here?
So what you do, I think you need to flip them over first.
You press F. Press F to flip it, and then you'll drop it on top.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. Just a quick word of warning. On your player mat, you have a space called Drop Here to recharge. Make sure you flip the card face down before you put it on that space. Okay? Right. So all you lot have gone to the lab. There's only one monster at the lab. There's 2 spells at the lab. And I don't... Are you...
Look, we have a barbarian to clear the lab, a fighter to control the barbarian, and an investigator to say, don't touch that, anyone!
Yeah. Well, I definitely think the investigator should be there, but... Well, it's up to you. Right, so who's going to go first? Should I go first, because I'm at the tower? Right.
You're alone, you should go first.
So I'm going to go first, and I'm going to take my turn. So where is the turn sequence? Is there a card for the turn sequence? I thought I saw one somewhere.
I don't know, but we could probably just drop a counter or a dice on each player as we go around, or...
No, I'm thinking for
spawn things.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen a turn sequence somewhere. No, maybe not. Let's get the rulebook out. Because I think it's on the back page of the rulebook.
Hey guys, I brought my acolyte. She's gonna help us out.
There we go. There is the turn sequence. So first thing we do is we advance the hour. So this is our timer. If this ever runs out, we lose the game. There's 20 cards in there because we're playing on that variant, which basically means we get 5 turns each. Okay, so the current hour is the joke. Now, when you draw a blessing card in this game from the deck, the only thing that's relevant is the bit in the top left where it says when this is the hour. Everything else on that card can be completely ignored. So when this is the hour, on your check against a barrier, you may recharge a card to add your intelligence die. Right, okay. Probably not going to matter. Oh, scenario rules. I did say I was going to forget this. So during this scenario, we have a special rule that applies to the entire scenario. And this is whenever you encounter a bane, so any monster or any barrier, you may succeed at a knowledge or perception 5 check to evade it. Now, evading it means shuffling it back into the deck.
Okay.
So, yeah, whenever we encounter anything bad, we can do a knowledge or perception 5 check to evade it. Right. Okay, so I'm now going to activate the ability of the tower, and I'm going to examine this card here. Okay, there you go. So that is that card. You know what that is. You may want to move away if you can't deal with it.
I might move away.
Yeah, because the next thing that you do on your turn is you may move to a distant location. So, well, here's the question. Am I good at dealing with it? Oh, this says cannot be evaded.
Yeah, I was just about to read that.
Intelligence 7 or survival 9. Now,
those are my things. I'm good at that stuff.
Yay.
Well, my survival is D10 plus 3. Now,
my intelligence is just D6. So,
what's your intelligence, Mike? Is it D10?
Yeah, D10.
So you're needing a D10, but you need a 7. Whereas my survival is pretty good.
Can I use my hide armor to help with survival?
Don't think so. Not unless it says on there. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think my. Let's have a think. Can I do anything to boost my? Now let's have a look at what the hour was. The hour was on your check against a barrier. Ah. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah. So because we've drawn that, on your check against the barrier, you may recharge a card to add your intelligence die. So I think it makes sense for me to come and join everybody. So that's my free movement. Hello. And then I am going to explore the top card of the location. And, surprise, surprise, it's a labyrinth. So because it's a barrier, I can recharge a card. So here's how you recharge. You basically take a card, and I'm going to take this one, and you flip it face down, and you put it on the recharge spot, and it moves it to the bottom of your deck. Because your deck is your hit points in this game. If your deck runs out, well, actually, if you need to draw cards and you can't draw cards, you die. Not just exhausted, you actually die. So I have recharged a card to add my intelligence die, which is...
I was going to say, where's all the dice?
D6. So I need a D10 plus 3 plus a D6. So let's get the dice first. So I need a D10 plus a d6. I'm not going to bother rolling them there. I'm going to be a rebel. I'm going to roll them here.
Oh.
So d10 plus a d6 plus 3. So the chances are I'm going to get, on average, 10 or 11.
It should work.
So it should work, but let's just have a look what we can do to boost this.
Change the gravity settings on the dice.
Well, yeah, apart from that.
I think you'll be fine.
You think I should go for it? Because the penalty of failing is... Yeah. If we fail this...
And shuffle a new barrier.
We get a new barrier into each location. So if somebody is able to boost it in some way, preferably with a recharge card. I don't know what people have got.
I don't think I can.
Okay. So just going to go for it then. Yeah.
I could
Not missed anything.
This to bless, but I don't think it would help you.
Eddie is saying, remember the hour power. Yes, I did. So that is allowing me to add the d6. Normally it would be a d10 plus 3, which is my survival. Yeah, d10 plus 3. So yeah, okay, let's roll then. So 9 plus 3 is 12, done. Right, so the barrier has gone. Yeah, basically. I turn up, you lot are stood outside the labyrinth, and I go, that's the way in. There you go.
Cheers, Paul, watch a step.
Right, what's next? I can now explore again if I want to. So let's have a look at what's in this deck. The barrier's gone. There's still another barrier in there. There's a monster. There's 2 spells. I could discard the dog. Recharge to examine the top card of your location. I'll tell you what, let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to recharge the dog. To examine the top card of my location. Okay. There you go. So that's what's there. And then I could discard to explore. And that would get rid of that. Now, is that any good for anybody?
I don't think so.
No,
no, not really.
Craft.
I could do a dexterity, but it's not worth the check to acquire it.
Yeah. No, I don't think I'm going to explore. So I think that is going to be the end of my turn. And I now draw back up to my hand size. So I draw 2 cards.
Does
there you go.
Noxious Bomb go flip face down now, or is it staying face up?
We might as well leave it face up because we know it's there.
Okay.
So, right. So, who is next? Pep, you're next.
Doesn't really make sense for me to encounter the Noxious Bomb, unless I'm encountering it just to discard it, because I think my intelligence is a D4. It is.
Yeah. What intelligence?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, really, I probably should leave. It's actually funny. I've played a lot of this game in the past, and never with as many as 4 people have we all been in the same location at the same time, at least at the start of the game. So this is kind of funny. I'll burn a turn and just encounter it, I think.
Are you sure?
Why
you don't
not?
want to leave that for Mike? Because Mike could pick it up.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. I'll go where I said I was originally going to go and just hope that someone comes to join me eventually.
We will. We will.
Over to the oubliette.
Is it an oubliette then, or an oubliette?
Oubliette.
Oh, is that how you pronounce that?
I've no idea. I literally don't know.
You two are Canadian. You should know.
Is oubliette a Canadian thing?
It's a French word, isn't it?
It's obviously oubliette.
Oh.
I would ask in the chat how you pronounce it, but people are just going to write the word out and say that's how you pronounce it. I know what people are like in the chat.
Of course.
Right.
Oh, the other thing that we should have done at the start of your turn was to advance the hour.
Oh.
So while this is the hour, no effect. And the other thing, and this is new for 2nd edition, after you've advanced the hour, you may give a card to another local character, which we probably don't want to do at the moment, but that's really useful because if somebody picks up something that would be useful for somebody else, that's how you can transfer stuff around between characters. Okay. So
point. I'm not going to read what I had. Was there anyone who was missing a weapon? Because I had a lot of weapons at the start, so I could throw a weapon at someone if they need one.
I've got 2 in my hand, so I don't need it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't, but I don't use weapons. I use animals instead. So.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. I encountered the worst possible card, I think.
It is a shadow. Well, yes, that's a level 1 monster. Okay, so the check to defeat it is 13. It is immune to mental and poison. So if you have any cards with the mental and poison trait, they do not work. And if you don't defeat it with something that's magic, the monster is undefeated. Okay, so.
Come on, Pep.
Anybody have a way to make my sword magic? Because otherwise this isn't getting beaten.
No.
No.
I can heal you.
Well, I'm gonna fight it anyway. I'm not going to win afterwards. It's just gonna have to get shuffled back in, I suppose.
Yeah. Now, not that I'm telling you what to do, Mike, but you could bless
does my blessing do something? I was about to say, does this help? My blessing? Can I help with this?
Oh, don't forget, Pep, the scenario-specific rule. You could do a knowledge or perception 5 check to evade it.
Yeah, but I don't have those things.
You don't have those things. If you don't have a skill, you get a D4, but that is not going to help you. So
no, I can just fight it because it doesn't hurt me.
No.
But yeah, if no one can add magic to it, I should be fine just rolling dice. Though I have pretty good bonuses.
So it will hurt you if you don't get 13.
Oh, I'll get 13.
Okay.
I believe
the
in
other
myself.
thing, and this is new for the 2nd edition, armor. You have to actually display it. So you need to put that card and you put it into play in front of you. And it only works when it's displayed.
All right, I'll display it. Do I get to draw more cards afterwards?
At the end of your turn, yes.
Oh, so it's like almost like an extra card.
Yeah. Yeah.
It stops armor taking up space in your hand, basically.
Yeah.
I can't drop it. Get in there. There we go. Yeah, no, I'm just going to recharge, or I'll just discard one of my weapons so that I can get the bonus on it. So I'm going to use my dog slicer, and I'm going to discard it to get an extra d6. And if I roll any 1s, then they become 6s.
Okay, so it uses your melee check, which for you is d10 plus 2, plus a d6,
yeah,
plus another d6.
So d10 and 2 d6s. Where's the d6s? Grab. Oh, you already did it for me.
Right in front of you, yeah. There you go.
Okay, and I have to discard this.
Yeah, so that goes onto your discard pile, and that is gone. So a discarded card in this game is gone. You won't get it back unless you heal.
How do I
brought a magic healing staff.
You just press the R key. Press the R.
Can I also do this and just like toss them?
Yeah, wherever they go. I don't know where they go.
I think I threw them on the ground.
You've thrown them. Yeah. Okay.
It's like real life, Pep. It doesn't count if it's not on the table.
Perfect. Here, I'll just roll them. I'll just press R.
Oh my god.
There we go.
What have we got?
4, 4, and 8. Yeah, that's. I beat it by a lot.
Yeah. Okay. But it is undefeated because it wasn't a magic weapon. So, what happens to an undefeated enemy? I don't know.
It gets shuffled back in, unless that
I'm
changed.
assuming it gets shuffled back in. Yeah, it must do.
Now, you know what a great part is? Valoros has a special ability. At the end of my turn, I can recharge a weapon or an armor from my hand or discard. So I'm just going to recharge this dog slicer I discarded.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Good. It's just a constant supply of weapons, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
Right.
And then I'm going to pass, because all I got left is weapons. I got nothing to...
Right, Mike, you're up. So the first thing we do is we advance the hour. And the card is Shellin' Song. So when this is the hour, when you would discard a boon to bless a dexterity or charisma check, you may recharge it instead. There you go. So if you are making a dexterity or charisma check on your turn, and you would discard a card to bless it, then you can actually recharge it instead. Right.
Okay, so I'm basically trying to decide whether I stay here and pick up the noxious bomb or go somewhere else. Is that right?
I think you should probably try and pick up that to get rid of it. Because even if you're not going to use it, okay, that is a card. And a card is effectively a life point.
Card is good.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I'm starting to get this game. All right. So I'll pick up the noxious bomb. I have to do some kind of check to acquire it, right? Intelligence or craft.
Yeah.
So I'll do intelligence, which is a D10.
Yeah.
And I suppose I can do...
50-50.
No, it's 60-40 because you need 5 or more.
Oh yeah, of course.
And this is the thing, Mike, with the game. You've got to decide whether you want to basically spend cards to increase your chance of getting it, and then you need to weigh up, do we really need this? And
well, I think so, Paul. If I fail to get it, does it just go away?
It gets banished. Yeah. It goes out of the game.
So really, I'm getting rid of it either way. The question is just whether or not I get to keep the card.
Yeah. So I don't think it's worth spending much resources to try and get it.
I completely agree. I shall spend no resources to try and pick up this thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Captain Butterfingers. Let's see what happens. Got my D10 here, and here we go. It's a 3.
It's a 3.
I dropped it. Yeah. Dropped it, everyone. Try to ignore that it was a noxious potion that I've dropped on the floor.
Yeah, let's just hope Bob didn't smash.
We better run.
Now, when you fail a check to defeat a Bane, we didn't do that. No, that's fine. Yeah, that wasn't defeating a Bane. That was trying to pick up a boon. Okay. So yeah, it's good that I defeated that labyrinth, because if I didn't, would have also suffered an acid damage. Right. So that's your first exploration, Mike. Your first exploration is always free. I would definitely put the hide armor into play. I would definitely display that.
So that's just a free thing I can do, display this armor?
Just put it into display. And then while it's displayed, it has the ability that's printed on it.
Good.
And then you may have cards that say discard to explore. So you get one free explore, and then you can explore multiple times in addition to your free one by using cards.
Well, I can discard my acolyte. She's my loyal follower, indoctrinated to my doctrine. And I can be like, go, discover what's going on. And then if I have to do a wisdom or divine check, she gives me a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can use my incitation prayer to just discard, just to explore.
Yeah, because effectively we've only got 5 turns each, and we have 5 locations to clear. And there was how many cards in each location? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there was 35 cards potentially in total that we need to get rid of, and only 20 turns to do it in.
So we get 5 turns each. Got it.
Yeah.
So I should probably get rid of. I think I'll use my incitation then to explore.
Okay. So you discard that card. Discard pile, and then you just explore by looking at the top card of the deck.
I'm hoping we get a monster soon.
Nope.
The whole deck.
The whole deck. Give me one
there
card.
We go.
Okay. Oh no. Immolate. No, I don't like that.
It's
Do I like that?
Yeah. The only thing that's bad are monsters and barriers. Everything else is a good thing that you can try to pick up. So that is a spell. And you can try and pick it up with an intelligence, wisdom, arcane, or divine check of 5.
Oh, I'm quite good at divine. Shall I try and pick it up?
Oh yeah. Oh. What have I just pressed?
Is that to you? Do you want the spell?
Are you good at divine? You're not good at divine.
Am I not? Oh, okay.
No, you don't have divine. You've got the only thing you've got that's relevant, I think, is intelligence. Yeah.
Trying to see if I got anything, but I don't think I have.
Only a 5 anyway. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, you should be okay.
D6 wisdom.
That's what you said last time.
Let's just check. See if I can put anything in to help. I can discard. Oh, hang on. Oh no, the hour is level 1, so I'm not going to do that. No, I think we're okay. Yeah, I haven't got anything to add in. I'm still trying to look up undefeated, but I think that's it. It's got to be that.
I've got a wisdom, divine, prayer that might help you, but I don't think it will this time.
Shuffle the Bane back into its location. Yes, we got it right. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I think if I try to pick this up and fail, is anyone going to be super upset?
Nope.
Not really.
No, it's a level 0 spell. It's not worth. Yeah.
Cool, great. Well, then I'll just try and grab it because we need to get through these decks, right?
Oh, Keith is in the chat and he's saying if we were using turn order, which is under options, it would auto flip the hour when you hit end turn. Okay, we'll look at that offline. Yeah, so there is a feature in the game that we can actually select turn mode and then we click end turn and it moves on to the next player. Thank you, Keith. I'll look at that for next time we play.
So I'm just trying to grab this card, Paul. See if I can do any better than last time.
Off you go.
Woo!
Yeah.
8.
So that goes in your hand.
Brilliant.
So
now I can immolate something.
The way that spells work, and I'll let you know this, Mike, mainly for your benefit, but also for anybody who's watching. Spells work in a strange way, because it says for your combat check, banish this card. Now, banish means not just discard, not just bury, literally remove it from the game. So this is a one-use card only, and then it's actually gone completely from the game. But you see at the bottom it says during recovery. And this is the way that spells work. If proficient, in other words, if you have magic, arcane, divine, attack or fire as a proficiency, instead of banishing it, you can actually recharge it. So this is how spellcasters work, is they cast the spells and there's a chance that they get them back. For you, Mike, what this represents it's a scroll. So once you've cast it, it's basically gone. So you can use that card, even though you're not a spellcaster, and you think, well, I'm not a spellcaster, how can I cast the card? It's because it kind of represents a scroll. Which is quite good at defeating locks, obstacles, and skirmish barriers. There you go. Or you could give it to me.
We could have burned that labyrinth.
We could have done. Burn it to the ground. Right. Are you done, Mike? Anything else you want to do?
I can continue exploring. I've got this acolyte.
What's in the deck? Still, the monster's still in there, and the henchman's still in there. We know they're still in there. What else?
Cards.
Thing I've really noticed, and it's kind of relative to maybe what I've suggested you should do for your turn, is in this version, as opposed to the original, things like the acolyte, you used to have to decide what you wanted to do. Did you want to do the bonus to your wisdom check, or did you want to discard it to explore? This one gives you both, because if you discard, you get to add to your check, potentially. So if you encounter anything that uses wisdom or divine, you get to add dice to it, which is cool.
Especially if you know what card's coming next with some, examine powers.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have this inherent examine power that I forgot to use. That happens at the end of my turn, so.
Oh, okay.
If I level it up, I can do it at the start, which is pretty cool.
Oh, so maybe it's a good idea to hold on to the acolyte until you go to a location where you've already kind of seen ahead of time.
Yeah. Seems good.
Well, I'll be at the end of my turn. I'll be able to check the card on the top of this deck for someone next.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause you're an investigator, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm also quite good at getting past barriers as
well. I'm good at hitting stuff.
So barriers and stuff that needs hitting, we've got it covered.
There's only one stuff that needs hitting, so hopefully it comes up for my turn next.
Okay, well, I think rather than... so I'm going to take a lead from you here, Pep, because you seem to know the game quite well. Do I spend the acolyte, or do I finish my turn?
I mean, you can always get the acolyte back, so I don't know. I think you should. Especially because we're all at this location, so if we get it closed, we can kind of move on to new places.
All right, seems like a good idea. I shall spend the acolyte to do an explore, and then I shall hope it's divine or wisdom.
It's a henchman.
It's a monster.
Okay.
Okay.
So
save me, teammates.
If we defeat this, we do get a chance to close the location. Now, what's one of the really key rules differences between first edition and this edition that I really like is the avenging rules, because in the original edition of the game, there's 3 of us at this location. One of us has just encountered the boss, and if that character can't defeat it, it's gone, and that's it. Whereas the other people are just stood by going, well, let me have a go, let me have a go. You couldn't do that in first edition. In second edition, which is what this game is, you can avenge an encounter. So anytime somebody is fighting a monster like this, if they fail to defeat it, another character can discard a card to basically step in, and then they can encounter it.
So I could throw a side at it.
Yeah.
And you can actually beat using your knowledge too, and you have a bonus on knowledge.
Yeah, I've got D10 plus 2 to try and beat its 7, which isn't bad.
Oh, right.
I think.
Oh, so not actually fight it, but use your knowledge to try and defeat it.
Yeah, essentially I take it apart, because it's just made of clocks.
Okay, so it would be a knowledge check of 8, and you are on D10 8. Plus 2. Yeah. But we really want this to happen. So
it'd be a good idea for one of us to bless you.
I can definitely bless you.
I was going to offer, but you got 5 cards. I got 4. It's up to you.
Yeah. Well, what's your bless? Oh, yours is literally on any check anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is on a local check.
Okay.
So
let's keep
I
this
will
later.
discard my bless card. So that basically adds your dice on again. So you are now on.
But Paul, are we local?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here with you.
Oh, Pep is the one who left.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Pep ran away.
Pep gave up on us.
If you decide to fight it, I could shoot it with my crossbow from over here.
Oh yeah, you can.
2 times away.
Oh, but that's only if it's a combat check. Yeah.
Yeah, that's extremely cool though.
It is. Yeah.
Well, okay, so Paul, the blessing just adds the die check again. Is that what bless does?
But not the modifier.
Not the modifier. Okay.
And
so
the other thing for people who are watching who've only played first edition of the game, each check can only have 1 card played on it of each type. So that check has now been blessed. I have played a blessing card on that check. Nobody else can play a blessing card on that check. Yeah, they've restricted the amount of stuff that you can do on a particular check.
And he's checking knowledge, right? So it's no use me trying to help him. Okay.
I mean, 2d10 plus 2 to hit 8. That's a pretty good odds.
Is pretty good. I'm just checking that I've not got anything else.
If he was fighting it, I could probably help him there, but
Yeah, no, we're all good. I think I haven't got anything else. Have you got anything else?
I haven't got anything to help him.
You're the right person to close this location too, because it's an intelligence check to close it as well.
Exactly. Oh, and Mike, your elixir of energy resistance, that also needs displaying for it to work.
Can you just display that whenever?
Yeah. Well, on your turn. So we'll say that you did it.
Okay. Cool. That's on my belt now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go, guys. I'm going to roll to take apart the clockwork monster. Here we go. Boom. That's 9. That's 9.
It's 9. We just did it. Okay.
Flying colors.
Oh, the thing we didn't check is it was immune to mental and poison. That's fine. You weren't using any cards. I don't. No, that's fine. And if undefeated, no. Right. So we're done. So we defeated it. So a couple of things happen. This disappears. You get to draw a new weapon. So literally, that goes back there. We shuffle the weapons.
Me, 2 seconds.
And you just draw a new one, which goes into your hand.
Brilliant. Weapons. This one. Here we go.
What have you found?
It is. I found a long spear.
A long spear. Okay. And yeah, because it was a henchman, and because according to the scenario, all henchmen are closing henchmen, you get a chance to close the location, which is succeed at an intelligence or craft check of 6. Now, if you fail
intelligence.
If you fail this, our only other option to close this location is to go through the whole of the deck.
But there's only 3 cards left anyway.
There is only 3 cards, yeah. But when you're playing the full game with 10 card locations, and you meet the henchman at the start, and you fail to close the location, you're like, oh, I'm going to be here forever now.
Right.
So this is just another knowledge check, right? D10 plus 2?
Yeah. It's an intelligence check. Not
knowledge. It's just intelligence, not knowledge. Okay, so it's a D10.
Oh, yeah.
I need a 5 up.
6. Because it's 5 plus 1.
5 plus
9. Oh, God.
Anybody want to bless it or anything like that?
I can bless it.
It's not a dexterity.
Bless me, Jonathan.
Where are you? Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that we have another player off on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I should have picked a different color.
So 2
all right.
D10.
Well, yeah. So I need a 6 up. I've got 2 D10s. Let's
2
find
D10,
out
need a
if we
6.
can close this lab. Here we go. Boom. No.
Oh!
And this goes into my discard now, doesn't it?
Rats. Yeah, so that goes there. We failed to close the location, so there you go. We're going to have to go through the rest of the cards. Oh well, them's the breaks.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a wisdom or a divine. No, it wasn't anything. You don't have anything that you could have used to boost it. No. Okay, anything else you want to do on your turn, Mike?
I can examine the top card of the location before I pass.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to use your Staff of Minor Healing or...
Does anyone want to be healed or anything?
Well,
I can do
it
that.
could be you.
No, I'll accept the loss of my blessing for now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Want to
for
heal
now.
your acolyte? I mean,
Yeah.
acolyte's pretty good.
Does it recharge the acolyte, or does it put it on top of the deck?
So when it says heal a local character a card, it's a random card from your discard pile. So you can take a random card from your discard pile and shuffle it into your deck.
And shuffle it into the deck.
Yeah.
And then I recharge the staff.
Yeah, you recharge the staff in order to do that.
Okay, so I have to shuffle my okay, well, I'll do that.
Okay.
So I'll shuffle the discard, randomly
Yeah.
put one into the deck.
Well, no, actually, before you do that, I think you
Is that right?
recharge the staff first.
I recharge the staff first.
Yeah, so I think the staff gets recharged and goes to the bottom of your deck.
But then I'll shuffle the deck.
And then your deck will be shuffled. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the staff's recharged. Random card from the discard into the deck.
Yeah.
Shuffle the deck. Bam. And
yeah. Okay, so it was your acolyte.
That's good.
Yeah. And then you draw back up to your hand size and you can examine the top card of the location.
Okay, there we go. Three more cards.
Flip it over. There you go.
Is it Intelligence Arcane?
Right. So, Jonathan, it's your go.
I have to move. I think. I have nothing to deal with that. I'm gonna display my armor anyway, just to take it out of my hand. So I should probably get out of here, right?
Can you turn your microphone up a little bit, Jonathan?
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay. I should probably get out of this location. Because I have no wisdom or intelligence to check it, really.
Yeah, I mean, I can try and pick that up. It's quite a good spell, actually.
Am I allowed to just run away at this point?
Yeah. So on your turn, well, the first thing you do is advance the hour. So we need to do that.
Of course. I keep forgetting
when this is the hour, on your check against an animal or elemental card, add a d4. Okay. The next thing you do is you can give a card to another character that's local, and then you can move to a distant location. So you can always move for free.
So
Oliver's just joined in the chat. Hi, Oliver. Thank you for joining in.
Hi. So I should probably... I'm going to move, and I'm probably going to discard this long spear to do it. Yeah.
Discarding the long spear?
Yep. Who wants it?
Why are you discarding it?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, discard to move. Put it in the wrong place.
No,
why? It's being weird.
Why are you discarding it?
I thought I needed to move.
No, you can move for free.
Okay, I'll move for free.
Yeah.
And I'm going to head to the tower that Paul seems obsessed with. And then I'm going to explore.
Okay.
Oh, lovely. Another intelligence check. I'm going to check my stats now.
Fool's Gold spell.
I've got a D6. Can I add to it? No.
So it's just going, is it? Intelligence, wisdom, arcane, and divine. Yeah, you're a barbarian, aren't you? So.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't do that.
Okay, so that's gone. We didn't get it. Have you got any way of exploring again if you want to?
Not with my current hand, so no. It's just a case of drawing up the hand size now, I think.
Okay, and you're done?
Okay, thank you.
Right, okay, so my go. I will advance the hour. When this is the hour, no effect. Right, now let's have a look at the situation. I'm going to try and pick up this spell, so I'm going to stay here. I don't want to give a card away. Don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Don't need to do that yet. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to explore. Right, so the chance of getting this is intelligence, arcane, or wisdom, or divine. I've got divine, which is d10 plus 1. So it's going to be a d10 plus 1, and I need an 8. It is a nice spell. I'm just not sure it's worth putting anything in. Local combat or survival check. No, don't think so. The ability of the location is just if you fail to defeat a Bane. So yeah, no, I think I'm just going to roll. So I'm going to try and make a divine check, which is, yeah, D10 plus 1, and I need an 8. Here we go. Oh, that was a 9. That was totally a 9. It rolled off. It's this gaming table. There's a lump in the gaming table.
Yeah, it's slanted, it is. Everything rolls towards you.
Okay, so that's that gone. Only 2 cards left in the deck. Now, we haven't found the monster yet. We know that there is a monster in there. So I am going to use the porcupine. So I'm going to discard to explore. And if the first card you encounter is a monster, I can recharge it instead. So it's not. Okay. That's a shame. So that is discarded.
Undead, but, you know.
And what have I found? It is the other
barrier
barrier.
made
Oh
of
no.
monsters.
Right, interesting. Check to defeat, none. Summon and encounter a random undead story bane. I've never had this card before. Then a random character at each other occupied location summons and encounters it. If all summoned banes are defeated, this barrier is defeated. Otherwise, it's undefeated. Right, okay, wow. So basically, we get a random undead story bane. Right.
Well, this is great because the other characters at other locations are the fighters.
Yeah, that is true. Now, here is, yeah, this is the story bane roster in the top left. I've never used this before. So, random undead story bane, that is basically the right-hand side. So if somebody wants to roll a d6, we see what we get.
I haven't rolled the dice yet.
Get a 1 to 3.
Off you go then. What have you got?
It's a white.
You've rolled a 2, did you?
I rolled 2.
Okay, right. So we need to search through here, and we need to take out a white. That's not actually too bad. That could have been really bad. Okay. W-I-G-H. Oh no,
Mr. Coopman 11 says roll a D3 for level 1.
D3. Oh, as 4 to 6 doesn't work.
Yeah, because they're level 2 monsters, and that would have been really bad.
If you randomly choose a story bane of a high level, randomly choose a different one. It's fine. We got a white. We could have used 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 again. So
we got a white.
Yeah, we got a white. It's okay. There we go. Right. Okay, so I'm encountering this, and then a random character at each other occupied location also summons and encounters it. So basically, we can just do that now, can't we? Mm-hmm. Not the D6. So there you go. There's yours, Pep, and there's yours, Jonathan.
Ooh,
so
yay.
we can each now try and fight our whites. So it's immune to mental, it's immune to poison. Oh, before acting, you take 1 cold damage. So we're all going to take 1 cold damage at the start of the combat.
Oh.
Which is basically you lose a card from your hand unless you've got armor or things like that. So
the armor will only work if it references cold damage specifically too.
Yes, yeah. So
this is a shame because I have lots of resistance to cold.
Yeah, Mike's all right. Mike's got his thick, nice, warm, hard hide armor.
And my elixir of energy resistance.
Oh, right, I am going to have to lose my Barnberry as damage because I'm going to keep my cure spell. Right. If undefeated, suffer the scourge drained. Right, I need to do a knowledge 7 or a combat 12. Right, okay, so this is where my character, I have a special ability. For your combat check, you may bury a card or recharge an animal ally to use survival plus 1d4 plus the card's level and add the animal and melee traits. Yes. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to recharge Drugami to add, so it's my d10 plus 3 plus a d4 plus 1. So what was that? D10 plus 3 plus a D4 plus 1. So it's this plus 4. So the chances are I'm going to get...
I also have a blessing, so if anyone wants blessing, give me a shout.
Yeah, I think I'm actually... The average is that I'm probably going to get 5, 6, 7... I think I'm going to get 11 and I need 12.
Say
7. And there is nothing that I can do to boost my chances, I don't think. Have I got this right?
So you want blessing?
A blessing would be nice.
Well, we've both got one if you would like one.
Yeah, if everybody else is okay.
Yeah, I should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll discard this prayer card to bless Paul's
Right,
roll.
thank you very much. So I basically get another D10.
Bless you, Paul.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think I'm going to go for that. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. It's immune to mental and poison. I'm not using mental and poison. I'm just sending Drugami after it. So, yeah, so this is actually recharged. I think that's right. Yeah, recharge an animal ally. Yeah, okay, right. Off we go then. 15, 19. Yeah, right. So that's mine gone. Who's next?
So do we all have to fight it this turn?
Yep. Yep, it's a mob of undead. You all need to basically fight it. So you take the 1 damage from the cold. Unless you've already taken it.
Yeah, I've already taken the 1 damage. I'm recharging my armor. It lets me add a D4 to my melee check.
Oh, okay.
And I'm using my longsword. I already got my dice pulled out. I got a D8,
Right.
a D10, and a D4. And
off you go then.
yeah, this should be more than enough. 7, 14 plus 2, yeah, 16. It's very good.
Excellent. Right. So
I
that's
rolled
that
in the
one
actual
gone.
dice tray.
Ooh.
Oh, everyone's like, where's your dice?
Right. Come on then, Jonathan.
Isn't it Mike first?
No, it's each other character.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Well, it's just a
random
random character at each location, so I think only one of them had to do it.
It's a random character at each other occupied
Oh.
location.
Okay, so this...
Oh,
Okay,
right.
so I have... First I have to take my cold damage, which
Yeah.
I will actually lose my blessing for it, I think, because I'm going to use my horn this round. And that's melee. So I need 1 d12, which is a +2 already.
Combat check of 12.
I'm going to use the was it discard for your combat reveal. So I'm going to reveal the long spear.
Yep.
As well to add a d8.
So it's your melee plus a d8.
So I've gone for
So it's d12 plus
d12,
2
d8 +2. Okay, let's try
plus a
that.
d8.
So,
And if that's not enough, you can discard the long
Yeah.
spear in order to get a reroll.
so we got a d12 and
Yep.
it was d8, wasn't it? So we got this +2. Ah, I got 12 exactly. What does that mean? I mean,
It means you did it and you don't take any damage. Yeah.
yay!
There you go.
If it was
Nice.
excessive, excessive or not, but yeah.
Right. So that is
So,
the
'cause
mob
this
of
is
undead
revealed.
gone. If all Banes were defeated, this barrier is defeated. Nice.
So does the long spear go back to my hand because it was revealed, or was it
Yep,
discarded?
revealed literally means you just reveal it and then put it back in your hand.
Okay.
What was that? That was a barrier. So that goes there. And there is 1 card left in that deck. And we know that it's a monster. We don't know what it is, but we know that it's a monster.
Is it the same one we first already, or was it a new one? Can't remember.
No, no. The monster that we did find was actually a story bane, the clockwork
Okay.
golem. So it's an actual monster, an orange one. Right now then, how many cards are in my discard pile? 3. Do I want to cure myself? I don't think I do. I'm gonna wait a little bit. So I'm gonna draw 4 cards for my deck, and that is my go done. Pep, I will advance the hour for you.
Thanks for reminding me to draw back up to my hand size, by the way.
You only draw on your turn.
I know.
Okay.
I was just
not on everybody's
just
turn.
reminding myself.
Right. So, Pep, while this is the hour, on your check, you may discard a card to re-roll a die showing a 1. There we go.
I'm not going to do anything at the start of my turn other than just do it. Okay.
Oh,
you know what? I just noticed the oubliette says damage you suffer is increased by 1. Would that include that cold damage?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I will lose my light crossbow then.
Yeah.
Since I had that extra damage. That's unfortunate.
It is. Yeah. Okay.
Let's just hope I don't take any more damage. Flip. Ooh, an allying dart.
Chance to pick up dexterity or ranged 7.
I have a d8 plus 1, and I don't care about it all that much, so I'm just going to roll that d8 and see what happens.
The exciting bit.
Da-da-da. Roll.
Nope.
I failed.
So, it's gone. Let's get that.
Taking the dice with you.
Take the dice with it. Where's that going to go? Back in.
Imagine trying to pick up a dart and you're just dropping it down the gaps in a drain or something.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't have anything else I want to do, but I can recharge one of these weapons, so I'll recharge this light crossbow.
Yeah.
Book.
Ah, you didn't turn it face down first.
That's very true.
So what it's done is it's actually put it face up on the bottom of your deck. So if you just have if you drag your deck to one side, you will see the card is there. Oh, that's the previous one as well. So,
I did bad things. Okay, flip this one.
Yeah.
Bonk.
I think it's deliberate because some people, when they're playing the game, they like to keep their recharged cards face up on the bottom of the deck to remind them. The problem with that is whenever you try and then reshuffle the deck, it doesn't include that card. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right, over to you, Mike. So we're going to advance the hour. And it is when this is the hour, when you would discard or bury an armor that you play, you may recharge it instead.
Ooh, an armor.
Yeah. So your character says, no, it doesn't. But some of the armor in the game basically says discard this to ignore all damage. Okay, and what the current hour is saying is that instead of discarding it, you can actually recharge it instead. So, yeah, I don't think that's
Well, I only have the one armor, and I took that one because I thought it looked cool.
It does.
And
it
I like this. I like this walk and keep boy. He's very cool. He's like, I will bring the shops to you.
Yep. So, where are you going to go? Are you staying here and going to encounter this monster, or?
Oh, is it a monster?
Well, I think it is, because we know the composition of the cards in this deck, and I think this is a monster.
So, I'm not very good at encountering monsters, so maybe I should leave.
Well, you've got
but then
spear.
that's going to just leave you here, Paul. And you have a very angry-looking cat on your team. But,
but don't forget, if you can defeat this monster, you will get a chance of closing the location.
And you've got that spear.
I blew it last time. Okay, fine. I'm going to use my spear to kill this monster. Here we go.
Confidence is what you need.
Yeah, I'm confident. Oh, it's a giant fly. Gross. Oh, God, it's really...
Imagine the noise it makes.
Yes. Right. So, yeah, this is interesting because you can't actually kill this monster. If you defeat it, it actually just gets shuffled into another random location. It just flies off somewhere else.
Oh my god, it's just like a real fly.
Just like a real fly, you just can't swat it. Okay, so you need a combat check of 10.
Oh, I can't do that.
Because you can.
Do you need a card? Can I give you a card?
You'll be fine.
You've got a D6 plus a D8. Oh, maybe not.
Right, is that if I use my spear?
Yeah. But you only need to reveal the spear.
I shall reveal the spear. Yeah. Behold, fly, my spear.
Stabbing this fly with a spear.
At a fly.
It's pretty big, though. I mean, if it was a regular size fly, I'd probably miss it.
Yeah, it's a giant fly.
Yeah, so I've got a chance of hitting.
It flies away even if you hit it. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got rid of my crossbow. I was gonna offer to shoot it for you, but that's not happening.
Oh, damn.
I can just see that. Mike's getting attacked by this giant fly, and Pep says, "Don't worry, I'll get it," and points at it with a crossbow.
Tell the fly to stay still while I reload.
What we need
okay.
is to pin it
Just
down
seeing
with
if
a
I can
crossbow.
do anything to help.
So I get a D8 and a D6 at the moment.
Hang on. I might be able to help. I can aid
I like
you.
that.
On any check, freely banish this card to add a D4 plus 1.
I've been watching my health, otherwise I would have chucked something for you.
Now it's banish, so I might not. Oh no, it's discarded. Yeah, I can do it. I'm going to cast aid.
Ooh,
So
cool.
on any check, freely banish this card to add D4 plus 1. But because I'm proficient, I'm not banishing it. I'm discarding it instead, and I might actually get it back. So this goes in a special area called a recovery area, and I'll try and get it back at the end of your turn.
Very cool. Okay.
Keith
yeah, I
is
just
saying-
learned.
Yes, good point, Keith. If you've got a good enough fly swatter like a Warhammer, yeah, the Warhammer has an ability that basically says it ignores the monster's after acting power.
Oh,
So if we did have a Warhammer and we hit it, it would actually die. Yeah.
See, when building the deck, I was thinking, do I want the armor or the warhammer? And I went for the armor.
So what we need is a magical weapon with plus squishing power.
Plus wishing, yes.
Yeah. Squish proficiency.
Oh, you've
Okay.
also been reminded in the chat you could immolate it. If you
Can
didn't-
I?
Yeah. So
Ooh.
instead of using the weapon, you could actually use the immolate scroll that you found. Yes, thank you, Matthew.
Well, I mean, the maximum is the same, but so 2d4 or 1d8.
Yeah, in fact, if you immolate, it uses your arcane or divine, neither of which
Which
you
I
have.
don't have.
So that would be a d4 plus another 2d4, so it'd be 3d4. The average of which is 7.5. So yeah, probably not.
So at the moment, I've got strength or melee plus d8, which is
Yeah.
d6 plus d8.
So it's d6 plus a d8.
Probably good this way.
and- Yeah. Okay. I think it's d6 plus d8. I don't think we've got anything unless you've got...
I mean, you've also
I've got
already
that.
added aid, Paul, so I can't use another spell, right?
Right, now, here's the thing. You could, because aid says freely banish. And if it uses the word freely, that overrides the once per type restriction.
Ah, okay,
But
cool.
the reason you can't use immolate is because it says for your combat check, banish to use arcane or divine plus 2d4. Okay. And the spear says for your combat check, reveal to do this. So whereas my spell just adds extra numbers, if it says for your combat check, you can only use one of those two things. So you could either use the spear or the immolate, but my aid goes on top of that because it's adding dice rather than it actually being the base dice.
Okay, I see. Well, I think I'll stick with the spear. I think it doesn't really make a massive difference here
Yeah,
if the spear
so
or
it's
immolate.
d6 plus d8 plus d4 plus 1. Off you go.
All right, here we go. 3 dice plus 1. Dun 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 dun.
Did that roll or did that flip?
What did I do there? Did I?
They kind of just span
That wasn't
round.
a roll.
I don't think
Okay,
that
It
was
doesn't
right.
I
matter.
must-
You have +1 anyway.
No, but I'm not sure if I rolled them properly. I might have just spin them somehow.
Yeah,
Okay,
Oh.
let's try it. Let's do it properly. Here we go.
there you go.
Whee!
That's a roll.
Yeah.
9 plus the 1 is 10. Yes, just enough. So you defeated the giant fly, but then
Another solid
basically-
victory that no one can say otherwise about.
Okay, so we're going to roll to
Wait.
see where it goes.
So we should
It's
be
going
able
to
close now.
location. No, we haven't got. Let's roll a d4. It's going to location 4 clockwise from where you are. Where are you?
That's
You're there. So
rotation
1,
5.
2, 3, 4. So it's going into here. So the fly has flown off to the dungeons. There you go. Okay. Right. Now then,
I can try to close the laboratory.
You can try and close the laboratory. Excellent. So, intelligence or craft of 6.
Well, that's intelligence again, which is a D10.
Time to study.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you don't close this, nothing bad happens. You just have to stay there, and you just have to keep trying on consecutive turns. So it's just slowing us down.
Yeah, Paul, that sounds boring, so I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, go on. I did the recovery thing at the end of your turn, I think.
So no options to improve this on my side, so I'm just gonna roll the die.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
You can use your codex.
The codex is checked to acquire, though. I don't think I can.
This is not a check to acquire.
Ah, yes, of course.
Unfortunately.
I'm going to make my Divine 8 check to try and get my thing back. So I need a D10 plus
Cool.
1.
Here we go. I'm rolling. Here we go. Whee! Show me high numbers.
Oh, I didn't get it.
No, come on.
Boom.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed at how bad I am at this laboratory.
I also failed at trying to recharge my aid spell, so that's gone to my
You're so bad
discard
at
point.
rolling dice.
I know.
Okay, Paul, don't tell the fighters about what's happening over here.
It's all fine. It's all fine. Right, okay. So, Mike, you're done.
Paul, I was just thinking, should I use this elixir of healing? Do you want some healing?
I'm fine. I've got a cure spell in hand, which I'm about to use on myself.
Okie dokie. I'll save it for
save
another
it for
time
now.
then.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it is Maggo.
Yeah, so we're going to flip over the top card of the deck, and we have when this is the hour, when you suffer damage, you also suffer the scourge plagued.
Not a good blessing.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
No, a lot of the blessings from the Curse of the Crimson Throne are quite nasty.
So I'm tempted.
Hey.
What's my intelligence?
Follow-up question real quick. Why does she have spring onions and dice?
But why not? I don't know what things are like in London, but in Devon, everybody walks around with spring onions in one hand and 2d6 in the other hand. So
I was gonna say it's just Wales. That's a leak.
That's why she looks so old. She's the spinning leak meme from like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh no, she looks so old because she lives near me. Anyway, what was I doing? First,
what were you doing? Indeed.
Yes. So we've done that. I might actually move to the. I don't know. See, do I move or do I not move? That is my question.
That is the question. We don't really have much knowledge, do we, of what's where?
So I will move to the oubliette though because there's more monsters there, which I'll be more useful at.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So.
Plus, you've got to keep Pep company because he gets lonely.
Yeah, and we're gonna explore.
Okay. It's the shadow again.
God damn it.
Oh, right. And do you have a magic weapon?
Nope.
Right.
I do not.
This is going to be a problem, this card, isn't it, for us?
Yeah.
It is going to be a... Don't forget, if you can, knowledge or perception 5 to evade it.
Perception. Do I have perception? I don't think I have perception. I have strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. No perception.
Right. Okay. So you can't.
So this is gonna hurt.
You could fight it just fine. It'll be fine.
I can
you're a
probably
barbarian.
hit it, but you know, it's gonna be undefeated afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's
Yeah, I mean, you can use a... What? With your scythe, that's a D12 plus 2 plus a D10.
Yeah, that was my plan. But
Yeah,
it's
just...
not a magic attack. So
No, it's not.
only...
Yeah,
So it seems
we're still low level, so we don't have any magic weapons yet. We will get them as we level up.
So is this a reveal? Is it for strength check? Yeah, it's a reveal. So yeah, I'll reveal this for now.
Okay.
And that'll be a D10. And
So D10,
yeah, look,
D10
look
plus
at that.
D12.
Automatic dice tray.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just say what you want, and the dice magically appear.
Yeah. It's rolling time.
Yes.
Oh.
It almost wasn't.
I got plus 2 on my melee strength as well. But
Yeah. So yeah, that's done. But the monster is undefeated
yeah.
and gets shuffled back into the deck.
And now I can draw up to my hand side.
Or you can explore again if you're able to.
Am I able to?
This is the problem because we're losing time, aren't we? With that, keep getting shuffled back in.
I'm not going to explore again.
Okay, right. So my go.
So that's the end of my go, and I'm going to draw up.
I will advance the hour. When this is the hour, no effect. If anybody can hear any rumbling noise in the background, that's rain.
Oh, okay. It's raining.
So after 2 weeks of absolutely clear blue skies and gorgeous sunshine, which is very unusual for the UK, the heavens have opened. It's raining really heavy.
Further south from you, Paul, it's only a little bit of rain. So I'm expecting rain in the next 10 minutes.
Right.
It looks like it's going to rain here too. So, and yesterday was insane. It was bright and sunshiny, and then 5 minutes later it was downpouring, and then half hour later the sun came out again, and then it started hailing.
Yeah, that's what it's like living in Britain. So
yeah,
this is the most British conversation I've ever had.
It is. We're talking about the weather. Okay, so where am I going to go? I mean, I could stay here and try and close it, but intelligence or craft of 6, I think it's best leaving it to Mike. Yeah, I'm not good at closing this location.
Well, someone was just saying in the chat that I should go and use immolate on the shadow.
agreed.
Oh, because it's magic.
Yeah.
Yes. Although you've only got 3d4, if we can bless it, that's still only another d4.
I've lost my blessing, so.
No, I can give you a bonus too. You'll be fine. I believe in you.
Okay, right.
Thanks, Pep. And also Edgar Molis. Thank you for the suggestion.
Where should I go?
I keep forgetting there's a chat.
I'm going to go to the tower. So, yeah, I'm going to wander to the tower. I mean, I could give somebody a card before we move, but I don't think I've got anything. I also have some hide armor, which I'm going to display. There you go. Now, we've got a crow. We have a cat. I was actually going to Photoshop this card and change it because we've got a black cat called Loki. So I might do that before the next game. I'll actually change this card.
Oh, nice.
Why don't we change all the cats? I got a cat called Azzy. We could have all of them in there.
Yeah, we could put them all in.
I'll turn my horse into a moose because moose are just like Canadian horses.
You send me the picture and I will Photoshop it in. Okay, I
thought you were going to say you had a pet moose.
No.
I thought everybody had a pet moose. Right, we're going to explore. Let's just check. No. Yeah, we're going to explore. It's a monster. Oh, it's an evoker. It's another level 1 monster. Right, so first of all, I have to roll a d6 to see what type of evoker it is.
Evoker looks mad.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Very pixelated.
Okay, it's a 5, which means it is a force evoker. There we go. Right, okay, so which means it's got the force trait, and all damage dealt by it is classed as force damage. Okay, so before acting, a random local character suffers 1 damage. Well, that's me then.
Yeah, I was going to say,
and after acting, I suffer 1d4 damage. Wow. Sheesh, this is tough. So, combat of 12 or intelligence arcane of 8. Well,
I could lend you a weapon. I got 3.
You can't physically give it to me because I'm now somewhere else.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
Yeah, I mean, I can send one of my things in, so I think we're okay. Okay, no, this is really bad. I might need that healing elixir because I'm going to lose all of my cards, which means I'm not going to be able to cure myself. Can I cast this now, even though I'm in combat?
Chat says.
Yes, it doesn't say otherwise. So
it doesn't say otherwise. Can I literally cure myself in the middle of combat? So
I believe so, as long as you're not casting another spell mid-combat.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll let the chat. What I'm planning to do is I'm planning to use the combat. Discard a card before combat because that's what I have to do. Then I'm going to do the combat, but then before the after acting section, I'm going to cast Cure. I don't know whether I can do that. I will ask in the chat, and Andrew is saying no, you can't. Yeah, okay. I didn't think so. So yeah, it means I'm going to lose all of these cards. So my Cure spell that I was going to use to get my cards back, I'm actually going to lose it.
Wait, no, you'll beat it.
Don't die, Paul.
No, this is the thing. It says after acting, suffer 1d4 damage. That happens no matter what. Whether I defeat it or not, that happens.
Roll a 1.
Well, I've got to take 1 damage before acting. Oh, I've got my hide armor. Ah, I have my hide armor. We're okay, I think. While displayed, when you suffer cold or combat damage, is this combat damage? No, it's not. It's 1 force damage. Yeah, it's not.
But the after acting damage you can block that way.
No, that's just 1d4 force. It's not combat damage. Yeah.
Oh, all damages. Gotcha. Yeah.
Now, I could, on your combat, constitution, or fortitude check, recharge the armor to add my survival modifier. My survival modifier is +3. Okay, so I'm going to take the damage beforehand, which is going to be the cat. So there's the cat. There's the damage. Then for my combat check, I am going to be recharging the crow. So that's going to get recharged to use survival. So it's D10 +3 plus a D4 +1. So D10 plus a D4 plus another 4. And then if I wanted to, I could recharge the armor to get another +3. So let's have a look at this. D10 plus a D4. The average of this is going to be 5.5, 7, 8, 12, which is what I need.
7-ish.
So as long as I'm... Yeah, I think that's probably the safest thing for me to do. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give it a go. So I'm D10 plus a D4 +4. Okay, here we go. The evoker is definitely a jerk. Yes. In fact, the very first time I played this game, we drew a card that basically spawned an evoker. Oh, it was one random monster, and every local character encountered it. And on the very first game I played, all of the characters encountered an evoker. It was just insane. Okay, what have I got? 5, 9, 13. Done.
Yes.
Okay. So I defeated it, but after acting, I take a D4 damage, which is... It's a 1. Awesome. Well, I say it's awesome. It doesn't actually matter.
That much damage already.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It didn't matter that was a 1. It could have been a 4, because I'm just going to lose the card in hand because I can't use my hide armor because it's force damage. Yeah, okay. And this is the thing. You can, you know, if I'd have rolled a 4 then and taken 4 damage and only had 1 card in hand, that's fine. Damage in excess of cards you have in hand is okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. Okay, well, there we go. The monster is dead. And I just realised I could have evaded it. But we didn't.
Tyler in the chat said to recharge the armour, but I don't think we could.
No, can't.
No, I was going to say.
Because the armour says cold or combat damage, and it wasn't combat damage. It was force damage.
Sorry,
yeah.
The chat's a few seconds behind. I've only just caught up with it.
Yeah, there's like an 8-second delay, I think, on the YouTube chat.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't recharge the armor to reduce the damage. Otherwise, yeah, I would have done. So, monster defeated. That's it. Yeah, end of my go. I'm going to draw up my cards, which is going to be 5. I only have 7 cards left in my deck. So, yeah, I'm in trouble.
Oof, got a lot of spells, though.
I've still got that healing potion, though.
Tyler's saying I meant on the combat. Yes, but I didn't take any damage in combat. I didn't actually take... Oh, you're saying recharge the armor to get the +3. Yeah, I was thinking of doing that. But as it was... Yeah, I was okay. Yeah, I probably should have done. Because it would have just recharged it. And that would have actually then put it back into my life pool. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Tyler. I should have done that. Anyway, I'm done. Pep. So we'll advance the hour. And we have... When this is the hour when you would encounter a non-Storybane barrier, banish it instead, and then summon and encounter a task barrier instead. Okay. Well, let's see what happens.
So now the intelligent thing here would probably be for me to move so that I don't have to encounter the shadow, but the thing is, my character has a D4 intelligence, so I'm just going to hope it's not on top again.
Okay.
Yay!
It's now this is good because this is the henchman.
Because I'm in your location, right? No, I'm not.
Yeah, so if we can get rid of this, we can actually close the location. So
right,
we need
someone
to
roll me a D4.
I have rolled, and it is a 1.
That's it.
It's an acid elemental. I've never heard of that before.
No, I
That's
haven't
cool.
either.
So
Sounds
we're
horrifying.
tracking 11 versus. Sorry, I'm trying to see what I can give you.
Yeah, let's have a look see what I've got.
I don't know. 11's reasonably low. If I discard my weapon, I'd be rolling a D10, a D8, and an extra D4. I should probably be fine.
So I can bless if I need to, but I'm struggling with cards.
I could also bless myself if I really need to.
I could give you a D8 with the battle axe if you wanted.
You can use your battle axe.
Yeah, I drew it on my last turn.
But can it?
No, you can't
can
use
it
that
add
in
to
somebody
another
else's.
person?
No.
I thought it was in the location, so I was just.
No. It's only if it says on a local check.
I get you. Sorry,
That says for your combat check, so it's only you.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, you can just avenge me.
Yeah. I'll do that.
So you're going to take 1 damage after acting. It's going to be 1 acid damage after you've acted.
All right, that's fine. All right, so yeah, I'm going to use my longsword, and I will also reload it. Oh, reload is on top.
Reload is a new thing for 2nd edition. It goes on top of your deck.
I might have done that wrong, and no, I think my dog slicer was recharge. Oh, the rapier was reload though. No, I discarded that for something else. Okay, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. I put it on top.
I need to
So,
stop talking.
D8. Oh, that was a D8, right? Yeah, D8. I need a D4. Dunk. And a D10. And that's to beat, what was this thing, an 11? Or is it 12?
It's 13 because it's plus hash hash.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
it's 13.
So this plus 2. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of debating the blessing now.
I was gonna say I can give you a D4 or D8 with the Horn of Battle clarity.
Oh?
If-
Yeah,
if
that
you're
sounds
proficient.
cool.
If you're
What does a Horn of Battle do? On a local combat check, recharge to add 1d4 or 1d8 if proficient. And are you proficient with instruments or magic?
I was gonna see if he's proficient.
I don't think you are. It's you. You're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
do you think that would
it's-
help your combat check?
I'll take it.
Alright then, we'll use that.
Yeah, so recharge it to add a d4.
Okay, recharges flip and put.
Flip and put
okay.
there, which goes on the bottom of your deck. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
All right, so all of this.
It's alright, I'm good at Tabletop Simulator. I'm just not good at Pathfinder.
Jonathan, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who took a bunch of cards I'm not proficient with.
I should be fine. I'm just going to roll it.
Loads.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you take the acid damage after you've acted. But
I
then-
don't want to lose my thieve tools. I like the teamster too, though. Oh, whatever. I'll lose the teamster. Goodbye, teamster. You'll be missed.
He melted in acid. It was pretty gross.
And now, because it's a closing henchman, you get a chance to close the location.
And that is Fortitude 6, I think?
Yeah, Constitution or Fortitude 6.
So I have a D8 plus 2. And you know what? I'm either going to bless myself or if someone else wants to bless me. I just don't want to encounter that shadow again, so.
No blessings.
Yeah, we probably do need to bless this. Now, I could, but I'm short on cards.
Yeah, I'll bless myself.
Okay.
Just imagine going at that, being sneezing and blessing yourself.
Pretty much.
Bless me.
So that's 2d8.
2d8,
right? Yeah, 2d8 plus 2.
plus 2.
Yeah, I really shouldn't be able to fail this.
Shh.
I don't know. In my experience, these are impossible.
Done.
11. All right.
Location is closed. So technically, here's what you should do: is you should flip this over and look through it for any villains. Now, we don't have any villains in this scenario, so we can actually just get rid of these cards. And here's a really cool thing about the mod, okay? Rather than going through these cards and having to sort them all out, we can just drop them on this here. There you
I
go.
love it when scripting is this good.
Oh, it's really, really good, this mod. Yeah.
Did you see what was on top of the deck when you flipped it over?
I did. but I've forgotten why. Did you get something?
First of all, it was a magic weapon that specifically added dice against undead. It was a Deathbane light crossbow +1. It's like,
Very
seriously, I
ideal.
couldn't have encountered that first?
So here's the monster, and then after the monster, here's the item that you need to defeat the monster. And you're like strangling the GM's throat, saying, "Why?"
I ran a campaign in D&D once where I did that to someone. They fought a whole bunch of oozes, like an entire cave full of oozes, and then they found an oozebane sword at the end. And they're like, what's the point of this?
Right, so when you close this location, you may heal an ally.
I'll just heal myself.
No, an ally. As in...
an ally.
An
So I can
ally.
heal my Teamster.
Your Teamster can come back in.
See, when I see the word ally, I think a friend.
Yeah.
No. Animals.
Okay. Right, so here's what happens in this new edition of the game when you close a location. The location card disappears. It no longer hangs around like it used to in the old game. And the two characters that are now here must move. So it's a free movement, but you can no longer explore.
Oh, I did something bad.
What did you do?
So I tried to put the one card in, but I think I grabbed multiple. So, yeah, the rapier should not be in there.
Always one.
There's the Teamster.
I think that's it. I'm going to draw the next one, and if it's something that... Oh, no, yeah, whatever. My deck's going to get shuffled anyway, so...
Yeah.
Just pretend... Oh, yeah, that was on top. Okay, that's all fine then.
Right.
So the Teamster's going to go in.
Teamster's going to go in. Rapier was in your discard pile?
Yes. But let me shuffle this first.
Yeah.
Because that's healing. The Rapier's in my discard pile, but at the end of my turn, I'm going to recharge the Rapier anyway.
Right.
Or do I draw up first, actually? I guess it doesn't matter if it's getting recharged.
Yeah.
I apologize. Really getting used to Tabletop Simulator here.
I have the other problem.
Right. I think we're good. I think it's Mike's go. So, one location down. 4 to go. Right. When this is the hour, no effect.
At least I won't be sat here for 9 hours watching him play Too Many Bones. So.
What do you mean? That was the best time ever.
So Tyler's just giving me some strategic advice because I have a spell in hand, which I could actually do this now, but I was kind of going to wait. If you're talking about the revitalize, I was going to wait until there's more local characters because I can basically cast this spell and I can heal each local character by 1 card. So I was going to wait until more people were at my location. Anyway,
that's
Mike,
a good idea, Paul.
You're up.
Hey, team, shall I just stay here and try and close this thing then? Is that what I'm doing? I mean...
So it depends what's in the deck, really.
Can I try to close this location
Yeah.
and then go somewhere else?
No.
And explore?
So
or is that my turn?
You can move now, then you can explore, then you can close the location. So it's in that order.
Right. So basically, if I'm going to stay here and do this, that's my whole thing.
Your whole turn is just to close that location.
Although that would be a very good thing for us to do.
Yeah, we have to do that, don't we? So it's not really a choice. Okay, I will stay here, and I still, the odds are still about 40% of success, and I can't affect them with the cards in hand. So
probably bless you if we can.
Does anyone have a bless that I can have?
I do, but again, I'm quite low on cards.
I do not.
Well, Paul, I was thinking if we're going to get together for you to use Revitalize, I can use my Elixir of Healing on you at the same time.
That sounds good.
All right. So if you can bless me, then I can come and we can do that.
Okay. So.
Because I will be free.
Because we really want this location closed, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay,
so I can get round to doing more useful things.
Okay,
so I've got 2d10 here to try and complete this. I'm rolling the dice tray, and fingers crossed. Here we go. It's a 12!
Yes!
Location closed.
Brilliant.
Right, you get a free movement.
Do I get to do the summon 3 spells and encounter one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, summon 3 spells and encounter one of them. So, we shuffle the spells. And there we go.
What do we got here?
Encounter one of them and banish the others. Now, remembering that if you get it, you can give cards to other people.
Well, I don't have I've got wisdom, D8. So this is going to be a wisdom check for me. I've also got this codex, which I can reveal to add 1 to my acquire roll.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can discard it to add a D10.
Yeah, you probably want to just recharge it.
2.
But while you're doing that, I'm listening to advice on the chat. I'm going to cast Soothing Word on myself. So, yeah, banish to heal a local character a card. And if proficient, I might get it back. Okay, so we're gonna do that.
So Paul's got aid, and I really like it. So I might try to acquire aid, unless anyone else here wants divine insight or blood scent.
I don't think spells are much use to me anyway, so.
Okay, that's that done.
All right, cool. Well, then I'll try to acquire aid, I think.
It's generally a really good spell.
Yeah.
Anyway. I can't have spells, full stop.
Yeah, I think in the actual role-playing game, like in D&D, doesn't aid just give you something like +1? Whereas in this game, it's like plus a D4 +1, and it's like, oh, that's massive.
Oh, I've just done something wrong. I shuffled those other spells back into the deck instead of banishing them.
No, that's what that means. Banish means return it here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Then I did correctly.
This is the out-of-game area. So.
Yeah, that is the game box.
Everyone ignore me then. Okay, so I need to do a wisdom check, which is a D8. And I can add 1 to my roll. So chances of success are low. But never mind.
Oh, Soothing Word is on your turn, they said. Oh.
I wonder, do you think I should maybe do you think I
Oops.
should maybe discard this book, the codex, to add my knowledge skill? Is aid
I don't know about discarding
enough?
it. Maybe recharging it.
Well, I don't need to recharge it. I just reveal it to add 1, or discard it to add my knowledge. Which, with the knowledge, I'd almost certainly get aid.
Something to think about though is the knowledge part is on a local check, so you can use that to help other people gather stuff too.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I don't know if picking up aid is worth that, because I could use that on something like really important that we want to acquire.
Yeah, I agree.
If you use that knowledge right now, you would get a D10 + 2 as well. So.
Yeah.
Jonathan, can you turn your microphone up a bit again?
Me?
You're still quite quiet, Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yep, sorry.
Okay.
It's I've nudged my microphone away from my mouth.
Oh, that's what it is then.
All right. So yeah, I'm just going to reveal the codex then to add +1 to this roll, and just hope that it's okay. Here we go. Rolling the die by the book card. 7, 8. It's an 8. I got it.
Boom,
I did it.
in your hand.
Nice.
Very
Another
nice.
spell.
Okay.
And then Paul, you were saying I can move?
You have to move because the location is
have to move.
closed. Yeah, you must move from that location.
Okay, well I'll come and join you, and then can I still use my elixir?
I believe so. Yeah, the only thing you can't do when you're forced to move is explore again. If you're forced to move because you close the location, I don't believe you can explore again. But yeah, you can banish that elixir of healing.
Cool. So banish it goes under my character card, doesn't it?
Nope, that's bury.
Banish goes.
Okay, so banish is back to the game box.
Yeah, unless you are proficient in liquid, alchemical, or healing.
I don't think so.
No. Are you proficient?
I think I might have a character thing.
What proficiencies do you have?
I need to level it up first. Sorry, I have I can become proficient with alchemical, but I'm not yet.
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, so that's gone out of the game. So
okay, well that's fine. It
but
served its purpose.
I get a D4 + 1 cards, which is nice. It's a 4.
5.
So I get 5
yes.
cards. Whew.
Much success.
So flip over, shuffle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then shuffle. Right, nice. Okay.
Paul, I was supposed to move after I closed that location, wasn't I?
Yes, you were. Yeah.
I was wondering.
Oops. I would have went to the tower then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just leave me over the ruin by myself.
Well,
barbarian does not care about healing.
Jonathan, if you want to come to the tower with us, I can use my revitalize and we can all heal a card.
I'll do that on my turn then.
Yeah.
I drew a card to signify that it is now Pep's turn.
It's my turn even, right?
Jonathan's turn, I think.
Oh, Jonathan's turn. Sorry.
Yes.
What, you mean when you say a card, you mean your card from your deck?
So I'm gonna move.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to do
Just
the
dropped
hourglass.
my hand. Oh yeah.
Hourglass is when this is the hour, no effect. Right. Okay.
Oh, nice easy one.
Yep.
So I've already moved over here, so I'm gonna explore. No. There we go.
Oh, it's another henchman.
Is
We're
it?
on a
Okay.
roll with henchmen.
Oh, and I've got the dice to kill this.
Well, before acting, you need to
let's see what
succeed at an intelligence, craft, disable, or perception 5 check,
let's have
or
let's have a look.
suffer 1d4 poison damage, because he's got a poison trap, this kobold champion.
I'm just checking my intelligence is 1d6.
Yeah.
Um,
This is actually, according to the scenario, this is Cesarak, the kobold champion. So he's a named baddie. He's part of the story.
okay, so before acting, I'm just gonna I'll test. I'll
What
test.
type of check are you going to make?
It's gonna be an intelligence because that's the only one I've got, I think.
Okay.
So that's a D. Sorry, D6.
You
It's gonna be a
need-
lucky one.
You need a
You want
5.
some aid?
You have disable. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong character, aren't
Okay,
I?
so
Never mind.
if anybody wants to help with this D6.
Well, if we don't help you, you're going to take 1d4 poison damage, which potentially could lose all of the cards in your hand.
It's gonna take 4. Oh yeah. Suffer 1d4. I could use aid.
So I have to come over and read the card.
A 1d4 plus 1 bonus.
Ooh, that would be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. This is my one shot though, because I don't have proficiency to recover it. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just be. Boop,
So
there we
it's
go.
1d6 and 1d4 plus 1, right?
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah. 1d6 plus 1d4 plus
Okay.
1.
So here we go.
That's a d8.
Oh.
There you go.
I knew it looked wrong.
Keep the 6 though. Totally keep
yes, I
the
will.
6.
Let's just roll this.
There you go. You got an 11.
Oh,
Wow,
you were gonna get
okay.
it no matter what at that point.
Yeah. So you
Well, that's
avoided the
perception.
poison trap from the kobold champion. Now you've got to
now
try and
it's the
kill it.
combat. Yep, which is going. My
12.
armor's on display. I'm just gonna check what's this. What proficiency is it? Sorry. Oh, there isn't any. Okay, kobold and veteran.
No.
So I is going to get 1d12 plus 2 and a.
Are you going to scythe it again?
Yeah. I like scythe.
Yeah.
I don't like scythe. But I like this scythe. So we've got with the.
Yeah, if we're talking about me photoshopping cards, that's what I could do. I could take this card and replace the image with a copy of Scythe the board game.
Yeah. Oh, then definitely everyone would run away then though.
Yeah.
Your combat check reveals strength or melee plus 10, so I would get another d10 to this check. Okay. Sorry. So we've got this d12 and
Yeah.
the
Come on,
5.
Cesarak.
And this d10. It's not. I've got plus 2 on it, so let's roll.
Mhm.
I can give you an extra D4 if you don't feel confident too.
I don't think I need it.
I think we should be okay.
Yeah. So it's versus 12. Oh,
Oh,
shavings.
We said we were confident. Pep even offered
get
to
plus
help.
2.
And we were like,
Oh.
So, it's a 10. So you take 2 points of combat damage.
Ouch. Which means
You got armor.
I'm gonna discard this.
You've got armor, haven't
Oh
you?
yeah, that's a good point.
So
I keep forgetting I got armor because it's behind my picture.
Yeah.
Cover damage. I mean, you say it take 2, wasn't it?
2 damage.
So
So you
I
can just recharge the
it,
armor.
Okay, cool. Oh. I've been lucky with recharging stuff today.
So first of all, we actually have 2 options here. I could encounter it and fight it, like avenge you or whatever.
Avenging, yes.
But you also have an ability off that scythe that you can. You failed it against a non-villain or like, does a henchman count as a villain?
No, it's not a villain.
No.
So yeah, you could reload it into its
That's
location.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll reload it.
Well,
into,
or we could avenge it.
Yeah, I actually have a bonus with avenging. I can discard a card to avenge instead of banishing.
Yeah. Is it normally banishing a card to avenge?
Or burying or whatever it is?
Burying. Yeah, so you can do it by discarding. Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, we should.
All right.
So this scythe is still mine for now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to discard a card to try and encounter.
Discard this Teamster. He never gets used for his ability. Instead, he just keeps getting discarded for things.
He's great. Yeah. He's
a real Teamster. He takes one for the team.
Why is there a blessing underneath right here now? Ah, yeah, from where that's what I was missing. The discard pile. Right, got you. I sorted it now, Paul. Don't worry.
Okay, we're all good.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll go all in on this.
Well, you need to do the intelligence, craft, disable, or perception check first, or you take the poison damage.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Oh, even on the avenge. Oh, that's unfortunate.
This is our third location, and we've got 8 cards.
Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe it's better for him to just put it on top because I'll just lose all my stuff.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that.
Right. So you're.
Well, what about me? I could potentially.
Yeah, someone else could avenge actually.
So you have to.
I could do. So my disable is pretty good. I have a D10 +1, so I could get past the poison fairly easily. I say, but my combat's a bit shit, so I might need some help on that. I've got D6
really good, so
plus D8 with the spear.
I can help on your combat.
And I needed 12.
Oh,
so yeah, if
really asking about my mic.
If you guys can help me with the combat, then yeah, if you've got something, I could probably try and avenge. I need to bury a card.
You need to bury a card. So the way that burying works in this mod is that you actually put it underneath your character card.
So I'll probably I probably need. Do you think so, Paul? Because I was just thinking we need a lot of we've still got a lot of exploring to do.
Yeah, I think bury the immolate because I don't think that's that good for you. I mean, you could give it to me.
Or the bracers, I would say.
Or the bracers.
One of the two.
Braces help me to prevent damage. Yeah, I mean at the start of your turn, Paul, I can give you immolate. So I'll bury the bracers.
Okay.
I'm not going to take any damage, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you've buried a card. You now are encountering this.
Oh, hello. Hello, old friend.
So,
Cobalt man, person.
He's got another poison trap.
I didn't mean to assume the gender of the kobold. I'm sorry. So, I'm going to do a disable check. So that's a D10 +1 against the challenge of 5. So
you're fine.
Fingers crossed. Where is the D10? Here it is. It's the pink one. All right. Come on, baby. I just got rid of my thing. Yeah, 6. Passed. No sweat. So now I'm going to do combat. I need a 12. I got my spear here.
Yeah.
So that's going to give me D8 plus a D6. And anyone who can do anything to help would be much appreciated, because otherwise the chances of success are low.
I'll give you a D4 by recharging a weapon with my ability.
Brilliant.
Same place. Oh, no, mind. He's done it now anyway.
And someone mentioned this earlier, so I'll bring it up now. You can use your hide armor in a combat check to recharge it and add your survival modifier.
I don't have a survival modifier because...
That's true. That's true.
I didn't know what I was doing when I built this deck.
There may be some deck reconstruction going on after this scenario.
Paul did say that after this one, if you want to change some of your cards, you're not technically supposed to, but he'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to adjust mic settings again because now I'm getting mic through it.
Yeah, I'm just hearing myself come back over Jonathan's microphone there. So I think, is this everything we can do to help?
What are we on? A D6 and a D8 and a D4?
Yep.
Any bonuses?
No bonuses. Just
Okay.
straight up, fingers crossed.
So the D8 is from the spear, the D6 is from you, and the D4 is from Pep.
From Pep, yeah.
The upside is that if you fail, you can discard the long spear and re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Is that re-roll all dice or re-roll some?
Re-roll all of them.
Ooh,
Okay.
that is a good option then.
Yeah, so I've got sort of like 2 shots at this. All right. So
Okay.
if there's no additional things we can do, are we ready?
Yeah, I'm crossing everything that I've got 2 of.
I was born ready.
Brilliant. Let's cross them. Here we go. 11.
Oh, that looks good.
No, it's not good because he's 12.
Oh, you don't even have a single +1. Oh, right.
No. So I discard the spear. Let's go again. Everybody cross your business and wish me luck. Here we go. Revenge! Oh, it's a 10! God!
Oh.
Oh, my heroic moment.
Well, he is the boss, so
Yeah.
now
You can't beat
he's
me.
about to get shuffled back into the deck.
Oh, is he? I thought the henchmen just get discarded.
No.
Hmm. This one's a special henchman.
Oh.
No, any monster that you don't defeat goes back into the deck.
Yeah, but I thought the henchmen weren't that way. Oh,
No.
no, it's if you beat it and fail to close the location. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Okay, so do I want to bury a card to jump in? Probably not, because I don't have any animal allies in hand. All my animals have deserted me.
I could probably dump a weapon to avenge, but would you need me to?
I think so. I think so. But remember, you're gonna probably suffer the poison damage before the battle. This is why other people
true.
are. Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do with this. It's a tricky one because of that poison damage.
You know what? I feel bad. I should have just done it because that elixir that you have, whenever I suffer damage, you could have banished the elixir to reduce it to 0. So I could have fought it easily.
Is that
you could
right,
have just
Pat?
used that.
Sorry, I thought that was only if I give you the card to display.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to pick. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I just sort of equipped that rather thoughtlessly at the beginning of the game and haven't used it yet.
Well, it's only good against acid, cold, electricity, or fire damage, not poison, unfortunately.
Yes,
Oh, that was poison too. Oh my
Yeah, it's not
god.
acid, it's
Everything's
poison.
against us here.
Yeah. So what are we going to do with this guy? Are we going to try and avenge it, or are we just going to go elsewhere, try and close some other locations, and come back here later?
I think we should come back later. Maybe.
But if we come back later, how are we going to deal with it later?
I don't know. Maybe we've picked up a card by then. I have got 10 health though, so the thought of taking that full poison wouldn't kill me.
No, but it would lose cards from your hand, and then you'd have no cards, and then you wouldn't be able to hit it. That's the downside.
It's 4, isn't it?
Person
Yeah.
with the biggest hand is who has the best chance of fighting them.
Tyler is saying only avenge can only be once per encounter. Okay.
So.
But
Yeah.
So I blew it already.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
already. Right, so nothing we can do. That's going back into the deck, and it is being shuffled. And whose go was that?
What do we do without Tyler?
I think that was Jonathan's go, wasn't it? Yeah.
No.
So,
Was it?
yeah,
I
it
can't
was
even
your
remember.
go. You failed to defeat it, and then Pep was going to jump in, but then Mike jumped in.
Ah, yeah, I see.
It's now my go.
So
now we only have 8 cards left in the deck, so it's 2 more turns left each.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
is it
nobody
your
said this
turn?
game was easy. So I've revealed the card when.
Wait.
The hour.
Oh.
Go on.
Mike told us to wait.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I'm going to give you this spell, but I don't know when that happens.
It
I
happens
forgot
at the
about the
start of your
hourglass.
turn.
After the hourglass.
No, on your turn you can give a card.
Yeah,
Oh, at the start of my turn. Oh, I thought you...
Yes.
Okay, yep, fine. Ignore
So-
me.
Your check to acquire is blessed. So anytime I try to acquire a card, it is blessed. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Before I move, I'm going to cast Revitalize. So each local character is healed for 1 card.
So we're all local and we all get healed.
Yep. So
It's easy for me.
a random card.
So I've only got 2 in my discard, so.
Yeah. So shuffle them.
And then it goes on top and shuffle, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, before you do that though, remember to draw up from the end of your turn.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. Jonathan, you should have drawn up at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Right. So I did that first.
Yeah, we did that first.
I have a banish to heal a local character, so I can heal again. If we need to. Is anybody short on health?
I'm back at. I'm only 1 in my discard pile, so it kind of.
Mike's
I'm
3
at full.
cards down. I'm thinking of possibly having a little bit of a null turn, where I don't actually explore.
Could use the help, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to cast Soothing Word on you, Mike, so you can heal another card.
Brilliant. Is that just a random one from the discard?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Bill.
So that's that done. And yeah, I have my Bolas and I have Frostbite. So yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do I really want to move and risk?
Oh, thank you for stealing my spear.
I don't think
someone in the chat mentioned that you are at the tower, so
yes.
you should use the tower ability.
So I'm going to look at this. There you go. I'm looking at that. That is the Strangler.
Oh yeah, we can.
And then I'm not going to explore. So that is it. I am going to finish there. Play passes to Pep, and you're at the tower, so you can explore the other location as well.
Sure.
And I'm going to do my recovery checks while you're taking your turn. So Divine 8.
There's a Viper Strike over there.
Well, we know I can deal with that Strangler on my turn, so.
First one.
Yeah, maybe
yes.
I just.
Second one.
People have blessings that if I happen to encounter this goblin that I could actually fight it?
I've just got a handful of weapons, so.
I do have a blessing, which can be used. Yeah.
Sorry, nothing helpful.
I'll just actually stay in the tower then. Maybe I'll encounter it again.
Yay, a scythe.
Okay. I have my cat.
I have
my crow. I have a prayer. Oh, you found a scythe. Nice.
You need to get the Scythe
like
Big
this.
Box expansion.
Yeah, this is more fun than scythe.
Oh, I agree.
I'm not gonna bash scythe anymore because I do actually like the game. I'm only kidding. I played the digital version though, for obvious reasons.
I'm just gonna roll it. I got it.
Got it. You found a scythe.
That's
right.
Convenient.
Are you able to explore again?
You know what? I'm actually going to use the Teamster to explore because it actually has a fun ability that if someone needs to avenge this turn, they can do it by reloading a card instead.
Nice.
Ooh.
So my Teamster is actually getting discarded for his real ability this time.
So I think if we are gonna change the box art on the scythe card, you should also change the Teamster to be Jamie Stegmaier.
We can do that.
Yeah,
right. So we found a lost local. Oh, interesting. So it's actually not a bad one.
No, and I can do this pretty easily. I have a bonus on diplomacy for some reason. I'm a strangely diplomatic fighter.
Yeah, so D6,
I have a D6 plus 2.
Not worth boosting it, is it?
You let your sword do the talking.
Yeah, that's not... I guess I actually have a chance of failure here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, is it worth... What is the Dazed Scourge by...
So Dazed would mean... Let's get it out. It's a little confusing, but I've asked a few questions about this online, which is how I know how it works. So the Dazed Scourge, yeah, you can't examine locations. If you have explored this turn, you can't explore again. And then this turn, it doesn't really have any other effect on you. But at the end of your next turn, you will shuffle your hand into your deck and remove this Scourge. And that's before you draw your card. Basically, it recycles all of your cards. The thing is, because we're short on time, you are not going to have an end of your next turn. Well, you are,
Yeah.
but then that's the game over. Then,
End of the game. And
So it's not going to do anything. So I'm not going to worry too much about whether or not I succeed in this. Also, I love that my picture is physically on this card. So.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll it.
I was going to say,
I have +2, so I got it.
Okay, there you go.
Yay!
So you met the last local and told him which way home was. There you go.
Thanks, buddy.
I can't go again, so...
You're done.
See, not every act of heroism requires fighting.
Okay.
Sometimes it just requires drinking.
Mike,
so this time I'll recharge a weapon from my hand instead.
Okay. Oh, right, to cycle out cards, yeah. I've advanced the hour for you, Mike. And the hour is when this is the hour you may avenge by discarding a card. Okay. And it is your go.
Well, I have I've got very limited options because I'm going to start by giving this immolate to Paul. Does that go to your hand?
Yep.
Whee.
Thank you.
And now all I've got is dog and codex. 2 cards. And I know that one of those 3 is our monster, isn't it?
We are severely running out of time, though, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can examine a card, but I think we've examined them all, haven't we? From the tower.
Okay, we've got 6 cards over there. I don't think we're closing that location. 3 over here.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just reveal the next card and cross my fingers and hope for the best.
I also think we've missed revealing a blessing at some point, because there's 6 left in the deck, and there shouldn't be. There should only be 5. Yeah.
Is that right?
So I'm just
There's 14 by here and 6 by here.
Yeah.
So there's 20 of them altogether.
We missed 1.
Okay.
Yeah, there should be 5 left.
Because you took first turn, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we must have missed 1 at some point.
Okie dokie. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and flip over the top of this deck, top card of this deck.
Yeah.
It's a merchant.
It's an ally. So that's the ally from that deck gone. There's still a blessing in there, and there's a monster. Right. So you get a chance to take it.
Well, I might as well just take a chance. I can use diplomacy, and I can reveal my codex, which gives me D6 plus 3.
Ooh, nice.
Not.
I say we're nice.
I need 7, so I mean it's 50-50. I think. 4 up will do
D6
it.
plus 2 plus another 1. Is that right?
I've got the codex, which I can use on check to acquire.
Yeah, so that's plus 1, and you've got plus 2
Yeah.
for your charisma.
So you just reveal it. Yep, okay.
So
I
D6
believe
plus
in
3.
you.
Come on.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, I'm a calamity. I'm a calamity. I hate this game. I'm not coming back.
Dice.
Oh, good.
Gone. But it's a card gone from the deck.
Yeah, so I think what I'll do.
At least I know what I'm doing on my turn.
I think I'll reveal the next card as well with the dog, right?
Say, some of you have cards that can explore, don't you?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Discard. Oh, what? Recharge it to examine the top card? No, because you're gonna examine it anyway for your.
Yeah, I can reveal the top card, but I mean it's either the monster or the blessing, right?
Yeah, yeah. Problem is if it's the monster. Oh, if it's the monster, it's not actually going to be too bad because it will hit you. You'll take loads of damage. You don't have any cards in hand anyway, so it's gone.
So I
and
can
then somebody else can actually avenge it by discarding a card.
And I've got lots of weapons and lots of strength, so we might be useful.
So we might be okay.
Okay. All right. Well, then I shall discard Doggo to explore, and I ignore the. I'll ignore his poison ability if it is the monster.
Oh, ignore powers that happen before acting. Oh, yeah, perfect.
Dun dun dun.
And
it is.
Okay, so the dog found the poison trap, sniffed it out, used it as a chew toy.
Oh, it's a good boy.
Just
Yeah.
imagine the squeak of a kobold's ankle.
But
So now I'm screwed because I've got a combat check 12 and literally nothing left.
You've got a book.
I've got throw the book at him. Can I check to? I know he's checked to defeat, but could I possibly check to acquire him?
No.
Use the book. Yeah, so I think I just fail this, guys. I don't think
Okay,
there's
and
any
you
reason.
take loads and loads and loads of damage, which is
But-
basically the book.
Yeah, it's
Right,
just
I
a
take
book.
what? Oh, by book. I should
Yeah,
have
you take
discarded the book to
12 points of
acquire that
damage.
ally.
Right, so because of the hour being Callistra's sting, somebody can avenge by discarding a card.
Oh.
Now,
That is-
Jonathan, you could, but then you're still going to take the 1d4 poison damage at
Yes,
the start.
and I'll probably lose.
Now, I have loads of cards in hand, so potentially I could do this.
But you would have to.
Dude, the only
make
way I
sure
would
you can
fail
take the damage
is
afterwards.
yeah. The only way I would fail is if it literally rolls a 4 and I lose everything.
Yeah, same here really. But you know. I'm gonna take the chance if anybody wants.
Well,
to.
let's have a look at what I've got, because I can send one of my animal allies in.
Oh, that's good.
So the d4 damage from poison isn't going to, you know, I'm not going to lose all of my
Yeah.
cards.
Let's
I
just hope
could
the crow and the
then-
cat get along with each other.
Recharge to use recharge an animal ally to use survival plus 1d4 plus the card's level. So it is
Oh.
d10. It's d10 plus d4
Oh, so you should be alright then.
plus 4.
I'll you be the hero. It's his stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll do it. Right. So I'm going to discard a card, which is going to be the bolas, because I don't really need that weapon, to avenge. And yeah, we're going to use my character's special ability to recharge the crow. So it is a d10 plus 3 plus a d4 plus 1. It's d10 plus a d4 plus 4. So the average of that is going to be 9, 10, 11.
I can give you an extra D4 too.
Well, I've also got the hide armor. So
I
yeah, recharge to add your survival modifier. So I'm going to recharge that as well to get another
And
3. So
is
I'm
there
probably
anything I got that
okay.
you want?
No, I'm gonna give you a D4. The last time someone said it's probably okay, we
That's
lost.
true.
So
Yeah, that was
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I'm recharging my helm with my power to give you an extra D4.
Okay, thank you. So it's a d10 plus 2d4 plus 7. So we've rolled 19. Right. So that's enough.
Only just.
Yeah, so he's gone. Say goodbye. Thank you very much. And now I get a chance to close the location, which is wisdom or perception check of 5. Oh, I'm good at wisdom.
Yeah.
I just need to
Yeah.
recharge these 2 cards.
Paul is gonna take us home for us. Come on, man.
That's going to get recharged. That's going to get recharged. So my wisdom is d10.
Oh, it's D10 plus 2, isn't it?
Oh
Oh no, you don't have perception. Right.
No, I don't have perception. I can't see anything. So let's just roll, see what we get. No, failed to close the location.
Oh no, you do have perception. Perception is wisdom
I?
plus 2. You do have perception.
Oh, I do, yeah. So it's d10 plus 2. Still failed.
Oh,
Short by 1. Rats.
Paul's
Never
fault.
mind. There's only 1 card left in the deck, but it's time.
You're never good at
Time.
rolling dice.
No. Okay.
That's so stupid, man.
Do I want to do anything at the end of my turn? Yes. So what card is this? We know what card this is.
Well, wait a minute, because it's the end of my turn, isn't it, Paul?
Oh, that's true. It's not my go, is it?
It's not your
It's the
turn.
end of
Sorry.
my turn. So at the end of my
Okay.
turn, I can explore the top card of this deck. So I'll
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that. Not explore, just reveal. Sorry.
Examine it. Yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah. So,
Right. Jonathan's go.
oof.
Your
Oof.
penultimate
What-
turn. When this is the hour, no effect. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
I
pretty
got a
close
lucky
to
one.
death.
Oh, hang on.
I
The chat has just reminded me poison trap. I did forget to do the poison trap.
so you suffer 1d4.
Well, let's just dig him out, because I think there was a chance that I could have avoided it. It
Let's just leave it on
was
top, isn't it?
intelligence, craft, disable, or perception. Oh, so I probably would have been okay anyway.
Hmm.
No, I'm rubbish. So I take a d4 damage, which was 4 damage. Ouch. Okay, so that's these 4.
Paul.
Yeah. Wow.
Ah.
Ow, ow, ow,
You still got 9 health. It's not terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Right. Thank you very much for reminding me in the chat. Yes, I do have perception. Yeah. There we go. Right.
The dog doesn't protect you as well when you're avenging.
So, I'm trying to figure out whether I want to go after the Strangler or whether we should
I
try and
think the
close
Strangler, because you're fighty.
this. Let's check.
Whoever has the best chance to close this location should probably be the one who stays here.
So I'm gonna go to the CL Strangler, which is that counts as my explore action, right?
Yeah, I'm just undoing my drawing my cards because you're right. I don't actually draw my cards because it's not my turn. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay. So it cannot be evaded before acting. Succeed at strength, dexterity, acrobatics. Okay, so I'm gonna roll my strength first before acting, which is my forget my strength stat. D12 plus 2. Only if it's melee. So.
Oh, you don't need to do this.
Okay.
Because it just stops you from playing spells, and you're not gonna play spells.
Yeah,
anyway.
I haven't got no spells in my deck. Okay, so it didn't matter. So I'm just gonna swing at it with my. It's got 10 in it, so I'll take my scythe. To give me a plus D10.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 12 plus
Let's just drag the card here. There we go.
D10's pink, yeah.
D10 is pink, yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna see how we do.
Boom.
Okay. Bye bye. Anything happen
So
when he dies?
before acting, do not suffer any damage from this monster. Instead, bury. Yeah. Okay. So you got rid of it.
Bury the top D4 cards off your deck.
Yeah. So if you failed to defeat it, you wouldn't take damage. Instead, it would basically strangle.
Ah, I got you. Yeah.
You'd lose
Okay,
cards.
if I failed, gotcha.
In fact, I can just drag that to there. Yeah. There
Yeah, I win.
Okay. Right. Oh.
So before you end your turn, because you only have one turn left, you might seriously think about just discarding your entire hand other than one weapon.
Yeah.
I was going to do that.
Discard cards.
I was going to take that, and that, and then
just
leave my side.
just a quick thing. The combat at that location should have been increased by 2, but you still did it anyway. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We are totally not doing this. Not with 7 cards there.
So these 3 go to discard, and then I'll draw up to my hand size.
To your hand size. Okay, so it is my last turn of the game. When this is the hour, on your check, you may discard a card to re-roll 1 die.
Yeah, we're not getting through that location, are we? I should have stayed at the dungeons at the start.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to try and pick up this blessing.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna get that.
Arcane or Divine 4, and my Divine is Wisdom plus 1. Yep, so I get that. And then I'll try and close the location. So again, perception of 5.
You can do it!
Do I want to bless myself?
Cheers, Mike.
Just to make sure?
It's probably better to save the bless. Honestly, if you fail this, we lose anyway, so it's probably better to just keep the blessing for other people.
Done. Location is closed.
Oh.
And we all get to move.
Oh.
Can't see what's in the deck. 6. Okay. 7.
Oh, you get to examine the top card of a distant location when you close it too.
Right.
Please be red. Oh.
There you go. Okay, I've moved. I've gone to the ruin.
Why don't I go
in the ruin? No.
Does anybody want to join me up here in the dungeons?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Why don't I go help Jonathan and Pep, you go help Paul?
Sure.
And then we've got kind of a spread.
When you say helping me, that was my last turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I've already had.
No. Oh, so I literally have to go to the ruins, or we're gonna.
Yeah. Or we're gonna fail. You have to go to the ruins and explore 7 cards.
Yeah. Well, no. If the top one, if we get rid of the short sword and the next one's a henchman, and then we kill the henchman and we can close the location, there is a chance. There is a slim chance.
We'll try.
We will try.
You can do it if you will. Anyway. Okay. So...
Right, I've got a few options to explore in my hand. So where am I best placed for us to win?
Oh, you should probably come here to the ruin instead then. Because I can only get the Viper Strike and then we lose.
Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So we just gotta hope on my exploration.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. I'm not going to be able to. Well, I don't know. Because I need to defeat a monster here, don't I?
Maybe. Probably.
Do I have anything?
That's extremely unlikely, but I'll do my best.
Right.
I mean,
So-
I do have like all my weapons.
So that is my turn over. It is Pep's go, and the hour is on your check against a barrier. The difficulty is increased by 3. Okay.
All right, don't draw a barrier, guys.
No barriers.
I already know this is the short sword, so I'll just roll for it.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da.
You need a
Nice,
4.
easy.
Oh, I didn't actually roll. I just dropped it.
Oh, well, you got a 5.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, it's mine.
That's yours.
We'll allow it.
Are you
problem is,
able
like-
to explore again?
I'm not.
I am not.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to discard the thieves' tools, and I'll recharge my short sword. I guess I'll discard the luck stone too, because it's not gonna do anything for me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I could avenge. No, it'd still be better to just get new stuff, and then yeah, I'll recharge this. Flip.
Okay, right, Mike, I have drawn the hour for you, and it is the winged serpent. When this is the hour, your ranged check is blessed.
Oh,
Okay.
that's nice.
Great. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is my free explore here, which is this Viper Strike card,
Yep.
which I can try to acquire on a wisdom roll. So I'll just roll wisdom, which is a d10.
Mhm.
Dun dun dun. Here it is, and here we go. Roll. It was a 5. Does that mean I get it?
roll? It kind of, kind of picked up and dropped down again. But yeah, you get it. It goes into your hand.
Aye.
It's not going to
That
help.
was
us much.
that was a solid press of R, Paul. I assure you.
Okay.
So I've got the Sage or the Acolyte to explore.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
So the Sage is discard to examine the top card of your location, then shuffle the location, then you may explore.
Yeah. So basically, it tells you one of the cards that's in there, but then you might not find that card.
Well, that's not real. I'll
So
wait
the
on the
Acolyte.
Sage. Yeah, the Acolyte first. We'll just what's her thing?
this is the
Discard
last
to
turn.
explore. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we discard her to explore. And it is Concealed Hatch.
It is a barrier.
Well, that's got a disable 3 check on it, which
You're good at disabling, aren't you?
yeah, I'm very good at that.
Oh, before
when I say
acting,
very-
you need to find the concealed hatch.
What?
So you need to do an intelligence or perception 5, or the difficulty to defeat this is increased by 3.
Okay. Well, I will do a intelligence. Do I have perception? I do. So I'll do perception, which is D8 plus 2.
You actually get an extra D4 on that too because of the acolyte.
Yeah, I was gonna say the acolyte you used.
Wisdom and divine checks.
Oh, okay.
And perception's a wisdom check.
Oh. Very good, Pep. Thank you for that.
Is perception
No
a wisdom
problem.
check?
Glad someone's on the ball.
'Cause Pep knows.
Pep knows what to do. Okay, so it's a D8 plus a D4 plus 2 to pass this first part. Here's the roll, and the roll is 5, 7. The roll is 7, so I've done it. So now I've got to pass disable 3, which is intelligence D10 plus 1. So here's the roll. Oh, hang on, that's too many dice.
That's fine.
Oh, it was a 5.
Yeah.
Too many bones.
5
Good.
plus 1, which is 6, which is totally good. So yes, I've done it.
So what we've just learned is to pep yourself before you wreck yourself.
Exactly. All right. Well, now my only other option to explore is to use the Sage.
Yeah.
So I shall discard the Sage. Oop, I put it in.
So we
someone's hand.
look at the top card of the deck.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
We know that there's a boggart in there.
ooh, don't like him.
We then put it in, reshuffle it, and then you explore.
Yeah.
Off you
So
go.
they didn't look like that in Harry Potter.
It's the
Oh,
dagger.
It's a dagger. Oh well.
Okay. Well, I don't have any. What do I need to acquire this? Not that it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we've lost anyway. But
Well, there's
Their
still
blessing
a
you
very,
can go get
very
with.
slim chance we can win. So strength, dexterity,
Oh, yeah.
melee, range, or stealth.
So do we fail forward on this?
okay. Well, I'm gonna roll a d6 to try and acquire the dagger, because then I can use
Yeah.
the blessing to go again. All right. Probably gonna fail this, but it doesn't really matter. It was a 4. I passed.
In
Cool,
your
and I have 2 daggers. And I shall discard this blessing to explore another card.
Here we go again.
Oh,
And it is...
What am I doing?
Yes!
Diabolical
Let's
imp!
put that in front of you. There you go. So this is another named enemy. This is Horzogopas. There you go.
Well, the good news is he needs me to pass a Perception 4 check, which is fine because I've got D8 plus 2.
Right.
So I definitely can't fail that.
10 combat.
I don't know. We'll worry about that after, Jonathan. Let's first pass this check. So, right, here we go. This is the D8 here, and we roll it.
Yeah.
7. Passed.
Okay. So he tried to attack you with fire as you charged at him, but you avoided that, or you saw it coming, and now you can attack it. Combat 10. It is immune to fire and poison.
No, my blast stone! God damn it!
Your blast stone is...
Fire! I was so excited to blow him up with my fire.
Yeah, it's immune, I'm afraid.
You have an amazing chance on this because you have 2 daggers and they both have freely written on them.
Mm-hmm. And freely
okay, I'll stab him to death with the daggers, Pep. Tell me how to do it.
Well, use the long spear first.
Okay, so there's the long spear. That gives me a D8 and a D6.
D8 and a D6. And then you, on a local combat check, which this is, freely recharge to add 1d4. And freely means you can do it, you know, you're not limited by 1 card of each type. So you basically throw a dagger at it.
I throw 2 daggers at it. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Because it's freely?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah? So I recharge the daggers to throw them at the guy.
I have 2 bless cards in hand. How sure are we? So what was this?
We could probably save the blessing for the danger afterwards that he has to beat.
That's what I'm thinking, but I have 2 blesses.
Oh yeah, nice.
And if my turn,
one of them is
rolls up
on
the
a
other
local
guy.
check, and one of them is on any check. So I could use the other one on somebody else. But what's this going to be? That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is going to be enough. You'd have to roll really
We'll blame
badly,
Paul
I think,
when
for
it
this
goes
not to
wrong,
work.
yeah.
You have no pluses though, right? It's just a straight roll.
No pluses, but he does have the long spear.
Yes.
Right, so you roll again if you
roll
want.
it.
Oof. I also have a blessing too, but yeah.
The choices.
Here, let's ask the chat. Whoever responds first, should we bless this or not?
Oh, let's see what they say.
Hmm.
Let's wait.
Let's hope we don't get one of the people who just wants chaos. Very good. Paul said no. No blessing. Andrew said no blessing. Perfect.
All right, fine. No blessing. Here we go. I'm just rolling. Boom.
Yes,
it's 15.
What? Anyway,
Done. Is he gone? He's gone, isn't he? Yeah.
He's gone.
dead. So now all we've got to do is close this.
Right. So you do get a chance to close this location, which means you have to summon and defeat the danger. Right. Are you any good at this?
Wisdom 8. So I got a Wisdom 9 or Perception 7. Well, I think I do Perception, right? Because my Perception is D8 plus 2.
Yeah, and I'm going to bless it.
Okay, so I get 2 D8s plus 2, right?
Yeah.
To beat 7?
Yeah.
Oh, that should be fine.
Let's hope
All right,
so.
get these dice out of here. There's too many dice in my way. This is exciting and tense.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. I've got my 2 D8s here. Plus 2. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. It's a 18. Definitely beat 7.
But 18, yeah.
Okay. Location is closed.
The drinking age in
I
the
think
UK.
rather than the ruin collapsing, you like rebuilt another one with that roll.
Yeah. Right. And we both have to move.
Yeah.
Everybody put up here.
And Paul, don't forget we have to shuffle a monster into this location now.
Oh, we take a random monster.
I thought that was only if it was undefeated.
No, that's one closed. Shuffle a new monster into another
This is
location.
going to be the most anticlimactic end if I just turn over something else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you have no way to go again, do you?
No.
Yeah, this has to be the henchman.
Yeah, this has to be.
Yeah.
Did we shuffle it?
I did.
Do you want to?
Right.
Shall
So
we
when this is
shuffle it
the hour,
again?
no effect. Off we go. You can shuffle it as many times as you want.
Okay, I'm gonna shuffle it again. Yeah.
Right.
Dun dun.
Okay. Okay. So first hour is 0. Okay. Then I am going to. Oh.
What's that? Spellbook.
Quest a do-over. Next card.
So what now?
Quick, Paul, edit this out, and then let's keep going.
Yeah, the fact that it's going out live.
Spellbook's gone. No one can see it.
Yeah.
Never happened.
I'm just gonna roll intelligence and hope that I get a book at least as a consolation prize. Let's see. So my intelligence is 1d6. I've lost.
I actually really like that item. Not for me because I have swords, not spells. But
are you ready? Are you ready to see what happens? Do I get the book? Yes, I do.
You got the book. Okay, so technically, that is it. Game over. We failed. The hourglass is empty. We cannot carry on. But I'm just going to say we're going to carry on now, just so people can see an alternative reality of what could have happened. So I'm just going to flip that over, shuffle it, and
I just want to make sure that everybody understands how dangerous it is to be messing with the timeline.
Yeah. Be fine. Right. Okay. So I've advanced the hour, and now we reveal the top card of the deck. And it is an ogre. Before acting, each local character suffers 1 combat damage. So we all take 1 combat damage.
Yay.
But I can reduce it by 1 because of my hide armor.
Oh wait, we're still playing now, are we?
Yeah. We're just going to see how far off we were.
Okay. Yeah, I get you. So I'm gonna get rid of this as my damage.
I'll just drop my porcupine, I guess.
Okay, I don't want to lose any of these. Because 2 of them will give me explore. It's going to have to be the aid.
Wait, wow. So whose actual turn is it?
Mine.
It was mine, but
It was yours.
But we've ended it. And moved on to Paul now, I think.
Yeah. Right, so I'm trying to do a 14 combat check. Okay, well, it's fine. I've got Drugami.
You'll be fine. I'll give you a scythe. You'll be okay. I can't give you a scythe, can I? Keep forgetting.
So yeah, I'm
going to give you an extra D4.
Yeah, I'm going to use my ability. So it's it's D10, it's a D4, it's +4, because I'm recharging Drugami, I think, or am I going to recharge the?
I was wondering where you plug a crow in to recharge it, but you know. Okay, that's how.
Yeah, no, I think I'll recharge the dog. Yeah. So yeah, recharging element ally. So it's +3. So it's D10 plus a D4 +3. Now, was somebody else giving me a D4?
See you, Tyler.
Yeah, I gave you an extra D4. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we get.
Bye,
it's
Tyler.
a 13. No, it's not a 13. It's a 9. It's a 9. So I'm load short. So.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Lost my cards.
We might actually die because we extended this game.
That gets shuffled in. Well, no, anything that happens beyond this point didn't actually happen. So.
The darkest timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to see how far we were away, because if I'd have done it on my turn, then, yeah, we were only 1 turn away.
But I'll handle this.
Go on then, Pep.
Come on, Pep, show us how far away we were.
When you suffer damage, you suffer the Scourge Plagued. It's the giant fly.
See, we should have come here first.
Yeah. Except there isn't another location, so...
Yeah. Beat. Alright, this is simple. I'll roll a D10 plus a D10 plus 2, and it'll just have to be enough. Where are all these D10s? There's a D10. Here's a D10.
Did you just say D2?
I could add 2 D4. Do you need that?
I thought D2 was a coin.
I don't think so. Should be fine. This plus 2. I mean, I guess if someone can add me a D4, sure. long as you're not using a... Oh, we're using the blast stone?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely want to blow this fly up, yeah.
Okay. Let's
Like a
do
hand
it.
grenade.
Blast stone.
I didn't know it was the blast stone. Now I'm all on board.
What color is this fly on the inside? Let's find out.
I'm glad you did that because I would have failed otherwise. Oh, I might have still failed. 4, 5, 6. Wait, is that a 7 or a 1?
If you move your
Oh,
mouse
that's
over it tells you
Yeah,
it's
if
a
you
7.
hover your... Yeah.
13.
Oh,
Yeah, in fact,
Yeah, I
if
got
you drag a box around all of the dice, it adds them up for you.
oh, that's handy.
Nice little feature. So,
So
it's
All right,
gone
that fly is gone.
because there isn't another
And I
location.
have a blessing, so I'm gonna go again.
Yeah.
Come
Come
on.
on.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's pretty obvious.
just a
we
quick
weren't
note
gonna
for
win
those
this.
people who don't know how to play the game. You notice that this card has the word trigger on it in a red bar. So what that means is if you were to examine this card and it's got the trigger on it, then it actually gets resolved at that point.
Okay, so it's triggered right now.
Well, it's triggered now because we're exploring it, but you know, if you looked at it with the tower,
I get you. It would go
yeah,
off then.
if you were just peeking at the card, like examining it, it would actually go off.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. That's kind of cool.
Ghastly runes.
that's very nice thematic. If you have the perception skill, this is actually harder because you were deliberately looking at it.
I don't.
I like that. That's cool.
That being said, I don't know if I can beat this.
No. What have you got?
Neither of those skills. None of
Right.
those skills. So no matter
Anybody
what,
got
I'd be rolling a
bless?
d4.
Yeah. That's a tricky one, isn't it?
I guess, can anyone bless me or
I
assist
don't
in some
have
way?
any
I might have a
blesses.
horn that I might be able to use. Let's have a look. Can I help you with my horn?
Toot the
haven't read it
horn.
Oh no, it's not combat
It's
check.
just
never mind.
combat checks, yeah.
So we hit another wall here, it looks like.
I think it's another wall. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that gets shuffled back into the location.
Yep. And I'm supposed to suffer a scourge, but it doesn't matter.
Frightened. Nah. I'll get it out anyway.
Probably. I guess, yeah, I guess you can give me a random one. Was it random, the scourge?
No, it's frightened.
Oh, frightened.
There you go.
What's this do?
Right.
Oh, ooh, that's
Mike,
scary.
do you want to have a go? We'll all have one extra go and see if we would have done it.
That's up to you, Paul.
My whole hand is weapons.
We're using. You're the host, like, you know. We'll let you decide.
Go on, Mike. Have a go.
Yeah. Okay.
See what it is.
Yeah, I flipped the whole deck. Hang on.
Okay.
It's the ogre again.
It's the ogre again. Okay. Can you beat it?
Okay.
At 14, probably not, without help.
I'll give you a d4.
Is it an animal?
Apparently, we did have the luck of the Grogan. I agree.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So I can deploy my spear here.
Deploy the spear.
Hey, question. It says on the spear, after playing this weapon, you may not play an offhand boon this encounter.
Correct. So in other words,
what is that?
Something like a shield or a secondary weapon.
So would that include possibly daggers that I throw?
If it says offhand,
Well, it probably did.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't.
No.
Oh.
No.
That's cool.
Ooh, that is very cool.
Because you're just getting it out, throwing it, and then, yeah.
So there's my D6 and my D8.
Mm-hmm.
Pep, you said I could have a D4? Is that right?
So, is this a combat check? Oh, yeah, you could have a d4 for me if you wanted.
Yes, please. I need all the help I can get.
Here you go.
D12 too. I'm not giving it to you, but you can just have one.
I'm going to recharge to add 1d4 or d8 if proficient. Are you proficient?
No, it's you.
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay,
be-
so I am not proficient. In that
You're
case,
not,
I don't have instrument or magic. Okay, cool.
Okay, well, I got a D8, a D6, and 2 D4s, which is probably not enough because I need 14. Might be enough. It's going to be very close. I could add a D12 with my spell, and then I'm pretty much all... And then I'll probably die because I only have 4 cards left in my deck.
Yeah, the spell is instead of the spear.
Oh. It says, Oh yeah, on a local combat check.
Oh yeah, banish to add a d12 and the attack, magic, and poison traits. Ah,
Yeah, so that's different to the for your combat check, right?
it is. Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, let's use the Viper Strike as well then.
To add
Boom,
another
D12.
d12.
Well, I've got. There we go. I'm gonna murder this thing. Here we go.
Nice card.
Go.
So much hate.
24.
24. I think it's dead.
24.
Oh, before acting, each local character should have suffered 1 combat damage.
Whoops. I did
But
that.
not me because I have hide armor.
I'm gonna lose my armor.
Oh shit! I have to recharge it though.
Yeah.
I should have done that last time.
I'm gonna pretend that last turn I displayed my armor and revealed it.
Yeah. Never mind.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah. Have you got any explores left, Mike?
No, I'm all done, Paul.
Right. Go on then, Jonathan, for the last turn of the game, because we've gone 4 turns over.
Yeah. So first thing first is hourglass.
Yeah. Hourglass is.
On your
May
check,
discard
you
a
may
card,
discard
re-roll
a
a
card
dice
from
on the
your-
1. Okay.
Okay. And we explore. Get in.
Well, if you can take it, wisdom or divine 2.
So I got wisdom or divine 2. I completely
Yeah,
forgot
wisdom of
which
6.
I have a
Yeah,
wisdom.
so
Yeah,
anything
we'll do that.
other than a 1 and you get it.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. Make it be the tallest roll we have. Oh.
It's a
Yeah, I got
one.
to re-roll.
Oh, you re-roll, yeah, because of the hour. Oh, if you discard a card.
Yeah. Yeah, I discarded my scythe. We'll
Okay.
just say for the sake of argument.
Okay, so you get the blessing, which you can then discard
Yeah.
to explore.
Yeah.
You have nothing. Oh well,
No.
we'll be fine. We'll avenge you if we have to.
Is it?
Oh.
Oh, it's the barrier. It's the ghastly runes. So
Typical.
yeah.
So what
How
happened,
ghastly.
Well, have you don't have any other ways of exploring after this, do you?
Yes. No.
You
This is
do?
the end. This is.
Oh, this is the end. So yeah, I don't think we need to bother with it.
Yeah.
We
I'm
can
just gonna
we can
pretend I
just call
rolled.
it
There you
there.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a 4. I failed.
Never mind. Yeah, I mean,
Never
we went
mind.
4
It was
turns
fun. It was fun.
Over when, yeah, it was tough. I think the dice actually weren't too bad for us. I think we had couple of bad rolls. I think we were a bit unlucky with the cards that we were finding, and we ended up getting stuck a
Well, this
little bit
was
too
the
much.
first time the Hexy Beast has played multiplayer with other people. So.
Well,
Could have been a little more aggressive discarding our things. Like I definitely could have discarded a few more things in order to draw up to maybe get blessings, but I don't know. With how many turns we had to go over, it might not have made enough of a difference.
Yeah, it is tricky. But anyway, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Whether we won or not, that was a lot of fun. We will talk offline about where we're going to go from here. Part of me doesn't really want to replay a scenario when there are 9 scenarios included in the game and we get stuck replaying it. I know technically you should replay it. We'll talk offline, about what we're going to do with that.
Yes.
But yeah, if you've been watching this, thank you very much to everybody in the chat, especially the people helping us out with some rule queries.
Yes, that Tyler was a godsend.
Yeah. But yeah, some of the people, I think Keith, Andrew, a couple of other people helping us with rules questions. Thank you for that.
And Andrew's good too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading from the chat now.
Right. And yeah, if you want to see more of these videos, let us know. Leave us a comment in the show notes. I would like to do more of these. It's just a case of, fitting it in. Also, I can hear a lot of echo on my noise. So I don't know if one of you isn't wearing headphones at the moment. But
It's when you asked me to turn my microphone up, it's the output, I think.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. That's what the echo is. But yeah, we're using Discord to chat, and I normally use Skype, but we've been using Discord today, and it's been okay. I haven't had any of the problems that I've had before. But yes,
I didn't
anyway.
realise I was coming through then.
Yeah. It's still coming through quite a lot. So, but I don't know if it's a Discord thing. I don't know. I'm not
I think
sure.
it's a Discord thing. I think that's what the echo cancellation is.
Right. Okay. But anyway, yeah, that was a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you to you 3 for joining us. How was your first game of the new edition, Pep?
I really like it. As soon as I started looking at the cards and the change in like the card format and the art and the fact that they added a lot of keywords instead of having paragraphs on cards, like I knew ahead of time I was gonna like this way more than the original, and it's definitely I do.
Yeah, I mean I'm very there's still a lot of echo. So apologies for the echo.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort this right now.
I'm very fussy with what I like in games and what I don't like in games, and I must admit, when I got the first edition of this game, when it came out, and I got Rise of the Rune Lords, I looked at the card templates and the graphics, and I was like, what? It was just, I don't know. It was very, very simplistic, and it really didn't look that great. Whereas the new one, I think is really good. And as you say, it's all cleaned up. Everything's in the right place. There's lots of keywords. There's lots of things in it. So yeah, big improvement, I think, to the first edition. Not just graphically, but in some of the rules themselves as well.
Yeah, I think the changes that they made are all fairly intuitive to someone who's played the game before too. Like I read the little blurb about what's changed, and that's all I really needed to get comfortable.
Yeah.
So the only version that I've played is the digital version, so it's a bit of a change for me, but I didn't find it too difficult to keep up with.
Yeah. What about you, Mike? Because you'd never played any version before.
Yeah, I've never really played Pathfinder Adventures at all, and I got to admit, like when we first started doing the stream, I was reading the rule book for the first edition because I didn't even realize there was a second edition.
Right.
And I was like, this is terrible. I'm not gonna have any idea what's going on. Yeah. And then I glanced over the second edition rule book, and that was actually a bit more intuitive. But still, coming into this, I had no real idea what was going to happen. And honestly, I picked it up pretty quickly, and I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you did. The thing is, I mean, you know, a lot of people here, especially me, likes Euro games. Doesn't like games with high amount of randomness. Doesn't like games with lots of dice. And that's exactly what this game is. And I won't go into detail here about why I actually enjoyed this game, but hopefully you saw from the stream that this was a lot of fun to play. Yeah, it's very random. Yeah, there's lots of cards. But there are so many little decision points that you need to make in this game. You know, where to go, look at this ability. Oh, I've got this card. Shall I help you? There's so much effort that goes into playing this game, I think, from my point of view, that although some of the times the output is a bit random, I definitely enjoy the decision points in this game. And the other thing that I like about it is, although it is cards with numbers and keywords and things like this,
it's basically dice check the card game.
Yeah, it kind of is very thematic. It's like what they were saying earlier on about, oh, you need a warhammer to squish the bug. And it's like, in terms of the gameplay, the text on the card of the warhammer says, ignore the after-acting powers of the monster. You think, okay, right. But when you actually apply that thematically to what effect it has on the game, it kind of all fits and it all works well. So is this a role-playing game? No, it's not a role-playing game at all, but you can use what happened to kind of tell a story.
It does a really good job of conveying the theme through sort of very basic game mechanics.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
like whenever we wanted to use that firestone or whatever, it was always a weakness for it as well, which I found.
Yeah.
It was like that card was specifically there to ruin us.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching. We will wrap the stream up here. Thank you to you three for joining us, and I guess we'll talk offline about what we're going to do next. We will hopefully be back for another video at some point in future. So until next time, as mentioned at the start, if I didn't mention it, I should have mentioned it. This is not a sponsored video. This has only been made possible thanks to the support of my Patreon campaign. So if you like the content that I make, please consider supporting me on Patreon to help keep the show going. And if you were annoyed by the YouTube adverts at the start, all money from all of my ad revenue at the moment is going to Black Lives Matter's charity. So there you go. It's all going to a good cause. Right, I'm going to wrap things up now and go for a lie down. Cheers everybody for joining. Thank you to everybody at home, and we'll see
hexy, everyone.
See you all next time. Cheers all.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.